Distracted by a busy desktop? A new feature called Arrow Shake can help you by hiding unneeded windows. Just click a Windows taskbar, give it a jiggle, and now it's the only thing on the desktop. Shake again, and the others reappear. If you like Shake, check out Arrow Peek and Snap, two more features that make working with Windows 7 faster and easier.
You can use Shake to quickly minimize every open window on your desktop except the one you want to focus on. To use Shake, click the title bar of the window you want to keep open. Then, quickly drag or shake the window back and forth, and release the mouse button. Notice how the other open windows are minimized, and they drop down to the taskbar. To restore the minimized windows, just shake the open window again. The minimized windows reappear on your desktop. As you can see, Shake is a fast and easy way to minimize and restore windows.
Say you want to compare two windows side by side. In the past, this was a hassle. In Windows 7, using Snap, you can just drag them to opposite sides of the screen. Need to maximize a window? Drag it up here like this. You can also snap a window to the top and bottom of the screen to make long documents easier to read. If you like Snap, check out Arrow Peek and Arrow Shake, two more features that make working with Windows 7 faster and easier. Arrow Peek gives you the power of X-ray vision, so you can see past open windows right down to your Windows 7 desktop. Just hover over the edge of the taskbar here, and watch all your buried files and gadgets suddenly appear. Move the mouse away and your windows are back. Or click the same spot to minimize everything. Click again, and you get all your windows back just how you left them. If you like Arrow Peek, check out Arrow Shake and Snap, two more features that make working with Windows 7 faster and easier.
If your computer has a wireless network adapter, you can connect to wireless networks. To connect to a wireless network, click the network icon in the notification area, click the network you want to connect to, and then click Connect. Type the network security key, and then click OK. Now you're connected to the network.
The desktop background, or wallpaper, is a picture on your desktop. To change the desktop background, click the Start button and click Control Panel. In the search box, type Desktop Background. And then click Change Desktop Background. If you don't see a picture you want to use, click the Picture Location list to look for more pictures. Click a picture you like. Then click the Picture Position list and choose how you want the picture to appear on your desktop. Then click Save Changes to apply the new picture to your desktop. Now you can change your desktop background as often as you like.
Looking for something on your PC? There's no need to go poking around in folders and menus. Just click the Start button and type. Even before you're done, Windows 7 will start listing programs and files. If you use the search box in folders and libraries, you can look for files, photos, and music, and fine-tune your search with additional filters. When you think you found what you're looking for, you can preview the document right in the folder without even opening it. Search is one more way Windows 7 makes using your PC faster and easier.
After you search for something in Windows, you can save the search so that you can run it again later. First, click the Windows Explorer button and perform a search. It can be as complicated or as simple as you like. In the toolbar, click Save Search. Type a name for your search, and then click Save. A shortcut to the saved search will automatically be added to your favorites. The next time you want to run the search, just click it.
User accounts make it easy for several people to share a computer, and each person can have unique settings and preferences. To create a user account, click the Start button. Type User in the search box, and then click User Accounts. Click Manage another account. Click Create a new account. Type the name you want to give the user account. Click an account type. For most accounts, you should choose Standard User, and then click Create Account. That's it! Now Molly can log onto the computer and customize her account.
By adding an input language, you can make it easier to enter text or edit documents in multiple languages. To add an input language, click the Start button and then click Control Panel. In the search box, type Input Language. Click Change Keyboards or other input methods. Click Change Keyboards. Under Installed Services, click Add. Scroll down to find the input language that you want and click the plus sign next to it. Click the plus sign next to Keyboard, and then click the specific language you want to add. Click OK. Click OK, and then click OK again. Once you've added the input language, you can then use the language bar on the taskbar to change the input language that you're currently using. To change the input language, click the Input Language button on the language bar and then click the language that you want to use.
Tags can help you find and organize your pictures. Start by opening the Pictures library. Open a folder that has pictures in it, and then click a picture you want to tag. If you want to apply the same tag to many pictures at once, press and hold down the Control key, and then click each picture you want to tag. Type a tag name, and then click Save. To find pictures with that tag, click Pictures, click the search box, click Tags, and then select the tag you just entered. Pictures with that tag are displayed.
Here's how to change your screen resolution. Start by making sure you can see at least part of your desktop. If you have any programs, folders, or other screens covering the desktop, close or minimize them. Now, right-click anywhere on your desktop and then click Screen Resolution. Next, click the drop-down list next to Resolution. Move the slider to the resolution you want. In most cases, you should select the resolution listed as recommended, especially if you're using a laptop or LCD monitor. Now click anywhere on the page, then click OK. Click Keep Changes to use the new resolution, or click Revert to go back to the previous resolution. I'll click Keep Changes.
The new Windows 7 taskbar gets you to your stuff faster. When you hover over a taskbar icon, you can see what's open. To start working, click the preview you're interested in. You can drag taskbar icons so they're always in the order you prefer. You can also pin your favorite programs to the taskbar. And finally, jump lists show you what you've used recently. Watch the jump list video to learn more about how Windows 7 makes using your PC faster and easier. Jump lists take you right to the files, folders, and websites you use every day. Right-click on a taskbar icon to see the most recent files you've opened with that program. Click any item to open it. Each program has its own jump list. Your browser shows recently viewed websites, for example, while Windows Media Player lets you choose a recent song or even play all your music. You can also pin your favorites just by dragging them to the taskbar. Jump lists, another way Windows 7 makes using your PC faster and easier.
You can use Snap to arrange windows side by side, so you can easily compare two documents or move files from one folder to another. First, drag the title bar of a window to one side of the screen until an outline of the expanded window appears. Release the mouse button to expand the window. The window snaps to that side of the screen and expands to fill half the desktop. Drag a second window to the opposite side of the screen and release it. This window expands to fill the other half of the screen, and the windows are arranged side by side. To return a window to its original size, just drag the title bar away from the top of the desktop and release it. If you need to align a window on the side of your desktop, or compare two windows side by side, you can do so easily with Snap.
If you forget your password, you can use a password reset disk to create a new password and gain access to your computer. You'll need a floppy disk or USB flash drive. First, insert your floppy disk or USB flash drive into your computer. Then, click the Start button, type User in the search box, and then click User Accounts. Click Create a Password Reset Disk. Click Next. Select where you are going to save the password. I'm going to save mine on a USB flash drive. Click Next. Type your password, and then click Next. After the disk is created, click Next, and then click Finish. Store the disk in a safe place, such as a locked file drawer.
A desktop background slideshow is a rotating series of pictures on your desktop. To create a slideshow, click the Start button, and then click Control Panel. Click Change Desktop Background. Click the Picture Location menu to find the pictures you want to use in your slideshow. all of the pictures have to be in the same folder. By default, all of the pictures in a folder are selected and will be part of the slideshow. If you don't want to use all of the pictures, clear the checkbox for each picture you want to remove. But remember that you need at least 2 pictures to have a slideshow. Click a format in the Picture Position list to choose how the pictures will appear on your desktop. Click a speed in the Change Picture Every list to choose how quickly the slideshow changes pictures. Select the Shuffle checkbox to have the pictures appear in a random order. Then, click Save Changes. Close Control Panel, and enjoy your new slideshow.
A home group makes it easy to share libraries and printers on a home network. If you want to join an existing home group, click Start, and then click Control Panel. Type Home in the search box, and then click Home Group. Click Join Now. Select each library that you want to share, and then click Next. Type the home group password, and then click Next. Click Finish. Now you're ready to share libraries and printers with other people on your home network. Network locations help Windows automatically configure some security settings. To choose a network location, click Start, and then click Control Panel. Type Network in the search box, and then click Network and Sharing Center. You'll see the network location below the network name. To change the network location, click the current setting, and then click the network location you want. Windows is now using the security settings for the network location you chose. A home group makes it easy to share libraries and printers on a home network. To create a home group, click Start, and then click Control Panel. Type Home in the search box, and then click Home Group. Click Create a Home Group. Select each library that you want to share, and then click Next. Write down the home group password, and then click Finish. Now the other computers on your network can join the home group.
You can make your own screensaver using your own pictures. Here's how. First, click Start. Type Screensaver in the search box, and then click Change Screensaver. This opens the Screensaver Settings dialog box. Select the Photos screensaver, and then click Settings. Select the folder that contains the photos you want to use for your screensaver, and then click OK. Next, select the speed, and then click Save. To see how your screensaver looks, click Preview. If you're happy with the photos and the speed, just click OK to save your changes.
With ReadyBoost, you can speed up your computer by using available storage space on most flash drives and flash memory cards. Here's how to turn ReadyBoost on or off. Plug a flash drive or flash memory card into your computer. This should automatically open Autoplay, which might take several seconds. Once Autoplay opens, under General Options, click Speed Up My System. In the Properties dialog box, click the ReadyBoost tab if you're not already on it, and then do one of the following. To turn ReadyBoost off, click Do Not Use This Device. To use the maximum available space on the flash drive or flash memory card, click Dedicate this device to ReadyBoost. To use less than the maximum available space on the device, click Use this device, and then move the slider to choose the amount of available space on the device that you want to use. For ReadyBoost to effectively speed up your computer, the minimum amount of recommended available space is 1 gigabyte. I'll choose about 1.5 gigabytes. Now click OK, and ReadyBoost will start working to speed up your computer.
You can resize a picture by using Paint. Here's how. Click Start, type Paint in the search box, and then click Paint. Then, open a picture that you want to resize. The current size of the picture is shown in the status bar. You can also see the file size. To resize the picture, click Resize. Make sure this checkbox is selected, so the resized picture has the same aspect ratio as the original. You can resize the picture by percentage or by pixels. Enter a new width or height, and then click OK. Click the Paint button, point to Save As, and then click a picture file type. Enter a new file name, and then click Save. The resized picture is smaller and has a smaller file size than the original.
To help ensure that you don't lose your files, you should back them up regularly. To back up your files, click the Start button. Type Backup in the search box, and then click Backup and Restore. If you've never used Windows Backup before, click Setup Backup, and then follow the steps in the wizard. You'll be able to choose where to save your backup, what you want to back up, and set up a backup schedule. After you finish the steps in the wizard, your first backup will be created. If you've created a backup before, you can wait for your regularly scheduled backup, or you can start a new backup by clicking Backup Now. Make sure that you save your backups in a safe location, such as a fireproof safe.
One way to share your pictures is by printing them. I keep my pictures in the Pictures folder. To find the folder, click the Start button, and then click Pictures. Double-click the picture you want to print. Click the Print button, and then click Print. Here's where you can select your printer. You can select your paper size and the quality of your prints. You can select the number of copies you'd like too, and even what size to make them. When you're done, click Print.
Libraries are a new feature in Windows 7 that gather content from various folders. Here's how to include a folder in a library. Open the location of the folder you want to include. Right-click the folder, point to Include in Library, and then click a library, for example, Documents. The folder can now be accessed as part of the Documents library, but it is still stored in its original location. When you no longer need to monitor a folder in a library, you can remove it. Here's how. In the taskbar, click the Windows Explorer button. Click the library in the navigation pane and then click Locations. Click the folder you want to remove from the library, click Remove, and then click OK. The folder is no longer part of the library, but it is still stored in its original location.
Tired of your PC pestering you to check this or fix that? Now there's Action Center, a feature designed to keep your computer healthier and cut down on distracting pop-ups. Click the Action Center icon and see all your security and maintenance alerts in a single place, and they're ready whenever you are. Just click a message to take care of it. Or go directly to Action Center to see more details. It's also the place to choose exactly which alerts Action Center warns you about. Action Center is another way Windows 7 makes using your PC faster and easier.
You can add pictures to your desktop background slideshow, remove pictures, or change the slideshow settings. To get started, click the Start button and then click Control Panel. Click Change Desktop Background. To add pictures, point to each picture you want to add, and then select its checkbox. Make sure all the pictures you want to add are located in the same folder as the current slideshow pictures. To remove pictures, point to each picture you want to remove, and then clear its checkbox. Remember that you need at least 2 pictures to have a slideshow. Click a format in the Picture Position list to change how the pictures appear on the desktop. Click a speed in the Change Picture Every list to choose how quickly the slideshow changes pictures. Click Save Changes, and you're done.
You can use Windows Media Player to play most kinds of CDs and DVDs, including data discs that contain media files. To play a CD or DVD, simply insert the disc in the computer's disk drive. Usually Windows Media Player will open in Now Playing mode, and the disc will automatically begin playing. If the disc doesn't play, or if you want to play a disc that's already in the drive, click the Start button, type Windows Media Player in the search box, and then click Windows Media Player on the Start menu. In the Player library, double-click the disk name in the navigation pane to play the disk. If you've inserted a DVD, you'll need to click a title or chapter name on the DVD's menu to play content on the disc. For example, you can usually click play to start a DVD movie.
Libraries let you see related files together in one place, no matter where they're actually stored. Say you have family photos on your computer, but also on an external hard drive. Just add the hard drive to your pictures library. Now you can easily browse and search all these photos at once. So you don't have to know where the pictures of your puppy are to find them easily. Windows 7 comes with 4 handy libraries: Documents, Music, Pictures, and Videos. But it's easy to create your own libraries with just a few clicks. Libraries. One more way Windows 7 makes your PC faster and easier.
Disk Cleanup removes unnecessary files on your hard drive. Removing files can free up disk space and help your computer run faster. To open Disk Cleanup, click the Start button and then type Disk Cleanup in the search box. Click Disk Cleanup. Select the drive that you want to clean up and then click OK. Disk Cleanup calculates how much space you'll be able to save. By default, Disk Cleanup deletes only your own files. If you want, you can click Clean Up System Files to delete files for every user account on the computer. I'll just delete my files. Select the files you want to delete. When you're done, click OK, and then click Delete Files. Disk Cleanup now does its work. You can set time limits to control when children are allowed to log on to the computer. To set time limits on your kids' computer use, click the Start button and then type Parental Controls in the search box. Click Parental Controls. If you're prompted for an administrator password or confirmation, type the password or provide confirmation. Click the account that you want to set time limits for. Make sure that parental controls are turned on for that account, and then click Time Limits. In the grid, click and drag across the hours that you want to block or allow. Hours that are colored blue are blocked, and hours that are colored white are allowed. Click OK, and then click OK again. If your children are logged on when their allotted time ends, they'll be automatically logged off.
With Windows Media Player and Windows 7, you can start playing music and video right from the taskbar. Just hover over the Media Player icon and then click to play, pause, or even skip tracks. When you want to do more, the player is just a click away. There, you'll find tabs where you can easily make a playlist, burn a CD, or sync your portable devices. With Play To, you can even send music and video to play on a different PC or on a compatible device like Sonos or Xbox 360. And when you're done, you might not even want to minimize the player, since the compact Now Playing mode is so much fun to look at. Windows 7 puts you in control of your media.
You can make the text and other items on your screen larger or smaller without changing your screen resolution. Here's how. Click the Start button, then click Control Panel, and then type Display in the search box. Then click Display. Then choose one of the following. Smaller, this keeps text and other items at their normal size. Medium, this sets text and other items to 125% of their normal size. Or larger, this sets text and other items to 150% of their normal size. I'll choose medium. And then click Apply. To see the change, log off of Windows and then log on again. Here's what the screen looks like now, after I've logged back on again. The text and other items are noticeably larger than they were before.
You can use Snap to quickly maximize an open window, so you can view as much of a document or file as will fit on your desktop. First, drag the title bar of the window to the top of the screen until the window's outline expands to fill the screen. Then, release the mouse button. The window expands to fill the entire desktop. To return the window to its original size, just drag the title bar away from the top of the screen. As you can see, Snap is an easy way to maximize a window to fill the desktop. Windows saves a history of the programs, files, folders, and websites you open, and displays them in the Start menu and in the jump lists on both the Start menu and the taskbar. To clear these lists, which doesn't delete the items themselves, right-click the taskbar and click Properties. Next, click the Start menu tab. To prevent recently opened programs from appearing in the Start menu, clear the Store and Display Recently Opened Programs in the Start menu checkbox. To prevent recently opened items from appearing in jump lists, clear the Store and Display Recently Opened Items in the Start menu and the Taskbar checkbox. Click OK. The Start menu and jump lists are now empty, but you can begin displaying recently opened items again by selecting the checkboxes that you just cleared.
The country or region setting in Windows, referred to as location, indicates the country or region that you're in. To change the country or region setting, click the Start button and then type region and language in the search box. Click Region and Language and then click the Location tab. Under Current Location, select the location you want from the list and then click OK. The country or region is used by some software programs and services to provide you with local information such as news and weather.
One easy way to get around in Windows 7 is to use the address bar, which appears at the top of every Windows Explorer window. You can click a link in the address bar to go directly to that location, or you can click the arrow next to a link, then choose a location from the list. If you know the full path to the location you're looking for, you can enter it manually. Click the icon on the left side of the address bar, type the path, and then press Enter. For some locations, you can just type the name rather than the full path. For example, type Documents, and then press Enter to go directly to the Documents library. If you need to go back to the last location you visited, press the Back button. If you need to send files to someone, in an email for example, it's probably a good idea to compress the files so that they take up less space. This won't change the quality of the files in any way, and the person you're sending them to can easily uncompress them. To compress, or zip, a file or folder, just right-click it, point to Send To, and then click Compressed, Zipped Folder. You can keep the same name for the compressed folder, or type a new name, and then send it to someone. The person you're sharing files with can open the compressed folder and view the files, but she won't be able to edit them. To do that, she'll need to extract them from the compressed folder. To extract, or unzip, files from a compressed folder, right-click the compressed folder, and then click Extract All. Choose a location, the desktop, for example, and then click Extract. The new folder is now on the desktop and contains all the files that were originally compressed.
You can create, save, and edit custom playlists of your favorite media items in Windows Media Player. Open the player by clicking the Start button, typing Windows Media Player, and then clicking Windows Media Player. To create a playlist, click the Play tab and then drag items or groups of items you want from the Details pane into the List pane. For example, you can drag a whole album into the List pane or select songs one at a time. If you like, you can rearrange items in the list by dragging them up or down. When you're satisfied with the list, click Save List and then type a name for the playlist. Your playlist will appear in the navigation pane. To edit an existing playlist, click the arrow next to Playlists in the navigation pane and then double-click the playlist you want to edit. In the List pane, you can add more items or change the list order. To remove an item, right-click it and then click Remove from List. If you want to put your playlist into a random order, click the Options button and then click Shuffle List. When you're done, click Save List to save your changes. An auto playlist is a set of media items that generates and updates itself automatically based on criteria that you set. Open the player by clicking the Start button, typing Windows Media Player, and then clicking Windows Media Player. To start creating an auto playlist, click the arrow next to Create Playlist and then click Create Auto Playlist. In the new Auto Playlist dialog box, you can name your playlist and set the criteria you want to use to build the list. For example, you can create a music playlist that includes only songs you've given a 4-star rating. Just click the plus sign and then click My Rating. The 4-star rating is the default setting for this criterion, but you can adjust the rating to any value by clicking the 4 stars link. You can add criteria by clicking one of the 3 plus signs and then selecting a criterion from the list. When you've finished adding criteria, click OK, and your auto playlist will appear in the navigation pane under Playlists. To edit an existing auto playlist, click the playlist view in the navigation pane, right-click the auto playlist, and then click Edit. you can change the criteria and then click OK.
If a program written for an earlier version of Windows doesn't work in Windows 7, try using the Program Compatibility Troubleshooter. Right-click the program's icon, and then click Troubleshoot Compatibility. You'll then be asked some questions about the problems you're noticing. As you work through the troubleshooter, select the items that apply, such as which version of Windows the program worked in before. After the troubleshooter applies new settings, try running the program to see if the problem is fixed. If the problem still exists, you can go back and try other settings. If you're an advanced user and you want to change compatibility settings yourself, right-click the program's icon, click Properties, and then click the Compatibility tab. These are the same settings that the troubleshooter uses. After you make your changes, click OK. The next time you open the program, Windows will use the compatibility settings you selected.
Gadgets are mini programs on your desktop that display information at a glance. You can customize a gadget by moving it, resizing it, and making other changes. To get started, right-click the desktop, and then click Gadgets to open the Desktop Gadget Gallery. Double-click a gadget to add it to the desktop. To move a gadget, drag it wherever you want it. To change a gadget's settings, right-click the gadget, and then click Options. Change the settings, and then click OK. To resize a gadget, right-click it, point to Size, and click the size you want the gadget to be. To keep a gadget on top of your other windows so it's always visible, right-click the gadget and click Always on Top. Now you can customize your gadgets whenever you like.
Some programs communicate with computers over the internet or a network. Windows Firewall helps protect your computer by blocking this communication unless you specifically allow it. To allow a program to communicate through Windows Firewall, click the Start button, type Firewall in the search box, and then click Windows Firewall. Click Allow a program or feature through Windows Firewall. Click Change Settings. If you're prompted for an administrator password or confirmation, type the password or provide confirmation. Select the checkbox next to the program you want to allow. We'll select Remote Desktop for this demonstration. Select the network locations you want to allow communication on, and then click OK. Now the program can communicate with your computer.
If your hard disk or computer ever stops working, you can use a system image, which is a copy of Windows, your programs, and files, to quickly restore your computer. To create a system image, click the Start button, type Backup in the search box, and then click Backup and Restore. Click Create a System Image, and then follow the steps in the wizard. You'll be able to choose where you want to save the image and what drives to include, if you have more than one drive. That's it. Store the system image in a safe location, such as a fireproof safe.
Most speakers have a volume control, but here's an easy way to control the level of sound on your computer using Windows. Click the icon showing a speaker in the notification area on the Windows taskbar. If this icon is not visible, you might need to click the arrow next to the notification area on the right side of the Windows taskbar. Now move the slider up or down to increase or decrease the volume. Click the mute button if you want to turn off all sound. Click Mixer if you want to separately control the volume of specific devices or programs. Now close the window and listen to the difference.
Before you can access files or printers on another home group computer, make sure that computer is turned on and is not sleeping or hibernating. Then, click the Start button and click your username. In the left pane under Home Group, click the name of the computer you want to access. Double-click the library you want to access, and then double-click the file or folder you want. That's all there is to it.
You can easily extend your Windows desktop across more than one monitor and then move windows between multiple monitors. Here's how. Click the Start button, click Control Panel, and then type Monitors in the search box. Then, under Display, click Set up Computer to use multiple monitors. Check to make sure there are at least 2 screens displayed under Change the appearance of your displays. If not, click the Detect button. If you still don't see at least 2 screens, then Windows does not detect a second monitor connected to your computer. Now click the drop-down list next to Multiple Displays. Then click Extend these displays, and then click OK. If both screens look how you want them, click Keep Changes. Otherwise, click Revert. I'll click Keep Changes. Now you can move windows between your monitors. Just click and hold the title bar of any window and then drag it to the other screen, like this. You can't see this in the video, but I can now see this window on my other monitor. You can move as many windows as you want between your different monitors.
When you create or join a home group, you select the libraries you want to share with other people in your home group. Here's how to change the libraries you're sharing later on. Click the Start button, type Home Group in the search box, and then click Home Group. Clear the checkbox for each library you don't want to share, and then click Save Changes. But what if you want to prevent just some files or folders in a library from being shared? You can do that too. Click the Start button, and then click your username. Navigate to the file or folder you want to exclude from sharing, and then select it. To To prevent the file or folder from being shared with anyone, in the toolbar, click Share With, and then click Nobody. Or, to share the file or folder with some people but not others, click Share With, click Specific People, select each person you want to share with, click Add, and then click Share when you are finished. To change the level of access to a file or folder, click Share With, and then select either Home Group Read or Home Group Read Write. Now you have a lot more control over the libraries, files, and folders you share.
If you're going to spend a lot of time in front of your new Windows 7 PC, you might want to make it seem like home. Hi, I'm Dave Johnson, a writer on the Windows team, and for the next 4 minutes I'm going to show you how you can personalize your computer by changing your user picture, the desktop background and system sounds, and even make text more readable by changing the screen resolution. Now, when you open the Start menu, you've probably seen the user picture that's there. What you might not realize is that it's really easy to change that picture and make it reflect your own personality. To change it, just click the picture and then click Change a Picture. Not only can you choose any of the images here, but if you click Browse for more pictures, you can use any photo you like. So I could make my account picture an actual photo of me, or say, one of my cat. Don't forget that you can change your picture as often as you want to. Another thing that you might like to change frequently is the desktop background, sometimes called the wallpaper. You might remember that on Windows XP, the background picture and screen resolution settings were in the same place in Display Properties. In Windows 7, we recognized that they're really different sorts of tasks, so we separated them. I think that changing the wallpaper is fun, so let's start with that. Right-click the desktop and choose Personalize. If all you want to do is change the desktop to a new image, click Desktop Background. You could find a photo that suits you, like this one, and save your changes. But here's something you won't find in your last version of Windows. Choose your picture library, and your background will become a slideshow of all your photos. You can save your changes, or get particular and select only certain photos to include in the slideshow, like I'm doing here. You can also use Window Color to change the color of desktop elements like the taskbar and window titles. You've also got a lot of choices about what sounds you hear. Click Sounds and you'll see this long list of sound schemes. To audition a particular scheme, pick one from the list, and then you can click the Test button to play the various sounds that occur when Windows wants to tell you something. After you've taken the time to select your wallpaper, window color, and system sounds, you can save them as a theme. That way you can change themes whenever you get tired of your desktop and you want to see and hear something different. Just save your theme and you'll find it here in My Themes whenever you want to use it. You can choose any of these existing themes and even download new ones from the internet. Now that the desktop looks the way you like, you might turn your attention to the resolution of your display. In Windows XP, you change your resolution to make text on the screen bigger and more readable. In Windows 7, there's a better way. Every monitor looks best at a certain resolution, called the native resolution. Now, if your monitor isn't set to that particular number, it might be really fuzzy or it might be stretched or squished. This can be really important if you have a flat panel or LCD display. Now, I know that this monitor isn't configured right because the circles aren't round. So let's make sure your monitor is set to the right resolution. Right-click the desktop and choose Screen Resolution. Windows should automatically detect the native resolution of your monitor, so drag the slider to the recommended setting. Now click OK and check the results. If your monitor can't display this resolution for some reason, don't worry. Just wait about 15 seconds and it'll go back to the way it was automatically. You don't have to do anything to fix it. But what if the text is now too small to read clearly and you'd like to make it bigger? Well, go back to the screen resolution window and click here. Choose one of these settings. This will scale your text but leave the resolution at the best setting for photos and other graphics. If you ever have trouble reading text on the screen, come back here and change this setting. Want to learn more? Check out the guide for this video. It has a lot of additional information, including step-by-step instructions so you can explore Windows 7 on your own.
You can use Arrow Peek to take a quick look at other open windows without clicking away from the window you are currently working on. To preview open windows, point to a program icon on the taskbar that has open files. Thumbnail previews of any open instances of that program appear. Point to a thumbnail. The other open windows temporarily fade away to reveal the selected window. To preview a different window, just point to a different thumbnail. To restore your desktop view, move the pointer away from the thumbnails. You can also switch to a window you're previewing. To do so, just click that window's thumbnail. The selected window moves to the front of the desktop. As you can see, Peek is an easy way to preview the content of open windows or switch between them. You can temporarily view the desktop using Arrow Peek. This is an easy way to view desktop gadgets and folders without having to minimize and restore all your open windows. To preview the desktop, point to the Show Desktop button at the end of the taskbar. The open windows fade from view, revealing the desktop. To make the windows reappear, just move the pointer away from the Show Desktop button. You can also minimize open windows so that they stay minimized. To do so, click the Show Desktop button. Notice that, in this case, the outlines of open windows do not appear on the desktop. To restore the open windows, click the Show Desktop button again. As you can see, Peek is an easy way to briefly view your entire desktop without closing any open windows.
You can crop a picture by using Paint. Here's how. Start by opening Paint. Click Start, type Paint in the search box, and then click Paint. Then open a picture that you want to crop. On the Home tab, in the Image group, click Select. Click and then drag to select the part of the picture that you want to keep. And then click Crop. To save the cropped picture with a new file name, click the Paint button, point to Save As, and then click a picture file type. Enter a new file name, and then click Save.
When you use Windows 7 for the first time, you're going to notice several changes and improvements to the Windows desktop. Hi, I'm Andy Sweet, a writer on the Windows team, and for the next 5 minutes, you're going to get a guided tour to some of the biggest changes, including an improved taskbar,
jump lists, which are a new way to get to the files that you use most often, and some tricks for arranging all of those open windows on your desktop. Let's start with the taskbar. You'll see that the taskbar buttons are larger now, so the text is turned off for a cleaner look. You might also notice that the old Quick Launch area is gone. In Windows 7, you can think of the entire taskbar as a quick launch area that you can pin programs to. Just right-click a program on the Start menu and click Pin to Taskbar, or just drag the program's icon directly to the taskbar. Now you can click the pinned button to open the program. You can also move taskbar buttons around now and put them in the exact order you want, and this is a change I know many of you have asked for. To get to your files, you might be looking for the old My Recent Documents or Recent Items list on the Start menu. There's something better now. They're called jump lists. These are short menus that help you quickly get to those files that you use the most. Remember how My Recent Documents in Windows XP showed a jumble of different types of files? Well, jump lists also show you recent files, but now they're organized by program. Just right-click the Programs button on the taskbar and then click the file you want to open. You can also open another window for the program, say to open a second WordPad file. Just click the program's name. And when you're done with that program, you can click Close All Windows. You'll find jump lists over here on the Start menu too, for the programs that you've pinned up here at the top, and for programs you've used recently. And know that jump lists aren't just for files either. You can also open folders from the Windows Explorer button, and even go to websites from your web browser button. But maybe the best thing about jump lists is that you can pin your favorite items to them. To pin this to-do list that I update every day, I'll open the jump list for the program, point to the file under Recent, and then click the push pin. Now it's pinned to the top, where I can get to it easily. You can change the order of your pinned items and easily unpin an item. Just click the push pin. And don't worry, you didn't delete it, you just removed it from the list. You can right-click a recent item to remove it from the list as well. Now, you've seen how jump lists are an easy way to open your files. Another improvement lets you take quick peeks at those open files. This can help you find the ones you're looking for more easily, especially when you have many files open at once. So take a look here. I don't even remember all of the files I have open, but I can point to a program on the taskbar, and now I see previews of all of the files I have open for that program. If you want a closer look, point to one of the previews and you'll get a quick peek at the file, even if it's buried under other windows. And you can click the preview to bring the window to the front. Now, to get a quick peek at the desktop, you'll still want to use the Show Desktop button, but, and here's another change, it's over here now, in the corner, so it's an easier target to hit. You don't have to aim right next to the Start button. Just point your mouse all the way to the corner. And did you notice that? There's no need to click anymore. Move your mouse away, and the files reappear. You can still click the button too, just like in Windows XP, to minimize the open files. Now, these little things here on my desktop are gadgets. They're a fun way to get information, like weather updates or news headlines. Windows Vista users will notice that there's no sidebar any longer. Now you can put gadgets anywhere, but they're not on by default. Right-click the desktop, click Gadgets, and then drag them anywhere you like. You can click here to find more free gadgets on the Windows website. The taskbar and jump lists are among the most noticeable changes, but I want to show you some less obvious improvements. They're kind of fun and, as you'll see, useful ways to arrange the open files and folders on your desktop. When you drag open windows to the edge of the desktop, you'll notice something that's a bit surprising at first. They now snap into place. Try dragging a window to one side or the other. As soon as your mouse cursor touches the side of the desktop, the window snaps to half screen. Drag it again, and it goes back to its previous size. This is great for comparing two files side by side, or for moving files between two folders. You can snap long documents or email messages vertically to make them easier to read. Just resize the window towards the top or towards the bottom of the desktop. And you can maximize windows completely by dragging them to the top of the desktop. When you have too many open windows on your desktop, try this to focus on a single window. Click the top of a window and then shake it by quickly dragging it back and forth. All of the other open windows then minimize. Shake it again and everything pops back up. If you want to learn more, check out the guide for this video. It contains a lot of additional information, including step-by-step instructions, so you can explore Windows 7 on your own.
You can enjoy your pictures by viewing them as a slideshow on your computer. Start by opening the Pictures library. Select the folder that has pictures you want to play as a slideshow, and then click Slideshow. As the slideshow plays, you can right-click it and choose playback options. You can pause the slideshow, go to the next picture or previous one, change the order that the pictures play, and change the slideshow speed. When you want to stop playing the slideshow, just click Exit.
Using the internet is one of the most popular things people do with their computers. For Windows 7, you'll notice some new ways to browse the web. Hi, I'm Jean White, a writer on the Windows team, and in the next 4 minutes, I'm going to show you what's new with Internet Explorer 8 in Windows 7. The first thing you'll notice when you start typing a web address is a smarter address bar. If I type an address that I visited before, it will show up in this list. The list is categorized and shows my recent browsing history and my favorites. You don't need to finish typing an address. Just click it. See how I accidentally mistyped an address earlier? I have the misspelling in my list. Not to worry, I can quickly get rid of it. See this delete button? Just click it. The address is removed from my browsing history. Do you sometimes browse the web from a public computer, say at a library or internet cafe? Then try in-private browsing. With in-private browsing, there's no record of your temporary internet files, cookies, or browsing history. I use it when I'm shopping for a gift for my husband, and I want to keep it a surprise. All I need to do is click Safety, and then click In Private Browsing to open a new window. Now, as long as I'm using this browser window, there's no record of the websites I visit. There are also some new changes in the way you open additional web pages. In Windows XP, when you wanted to open a second or third web page, you had to keep opening Internet Explorer in new windows. Windows 7 is different. See how Internet Explorer 8 uses tabbed browsing? Tabs let you have many web pages open at the same time in the same window, each on its own tab. Even so, opening a lot of tabs can be overwhelming. To make it easier to keep track of all of them, when you open a new tab from an existing page, the new tab is placed next to the original and is color-coded so you can see which tabs are related. And have you ever accidentally closed a website you were visiting? It's frustrating, especially if you don't remember its address. In Windows XP, all I could do was dig through my browser history and hope to find it. Well, with Internet Explorer 8, just open a new tab to find your way back to one or all of the closed websites. Click here to reopen your last browsing session. Web slices and accelerators are new ways to get information faster in Internet Explorer. If you often check things like email, stock quotes, or online auctions, you can use web slices to keep up to date. And if you open new web pages to search for a location on a map or look for more about a word you're reading, you'll wonder how you manage before accelerators. Let's start with web slices. A web slice makes it easy to get information from specific parts of a web page. I often check the news, but I don't want to reopen the website every time. If a web slice is available on a page, you'll see a green icon like this. Click the icon to subscribe to the web slice. Now, it'll be in your favorites bar. When new information becomes available, the web slice will be highlighted. Click it to go straight to the site. Until now, if something caught your eye on a web page and you wanted to search for more information, or you needed to look up an address on a map, it took a lot of time copying and pasting or retyping the text in another address bar. Accelerators offer an easier way. If you see a location you're not familiar with, select the words and click the button that appears. Now you can map it. You can use accelerators for other routine tasks too, like translating a word, emailing, or blogging. Now you know some of what's new with Internet Explorer 8. I encourage you to explore it on your own and see what you like best.
When you close your laptop lid, Windows can shut down, do nothing, go to sleep, or hibernate. To change what happens when you close your laptop, click the Start button and then type Power Options in the search box. To apply the same settings to all of your power plans, click Change what closing the lid does. Next to When I close the lid, choose what you want your laptop to do, both when it's running on battery and when it's plugged in. When you're done, click Save Changes. To change settings for a specific power plan, click Change Plan Settings for the plan that you want to change, and then click Change Advanced Power Settings. Under Power Buttons and Lid, expand the Lid Close Action section and choose the options that you want. When you're done, click OK and then close Power Options. If you want to save battery power but still be able to quickly resume working when you open your laptop, you should set your laptop to sleep when you close the lid.
When you create a password to log on to Windows, you can create a hint to help you remember it. If you've already created a password, you'll need to change it in order to create a password hint. To create a password hint, click the Start button, type User in the search box, and then click User Accounts. Click Change Your Password. Type your current password, type the new password you want to use, and then confirm your new password. Type the password hint you want to use. Remember that anyone using the computer will be able to see the password hint. Click Change Password. Now, if you type the wrong password, your password hint will be shown on the welcome screen.
You can customize the taskbar, including the appearance of buttons and how they group together when you have multiple items open. First, right-click the taskbar, and then click Properties. Under Taskbar Appearance, select one of the options from the Taskbar Buttons list. The default option is Always Combine, Hide Labels. With this option, each open item appears as a single unlabeled button, even when multiple items for a program are open. In this example, multiple documents and pictures are open, but each one is represented by just one taskbar button. There are two ways to change the appearance of taskbar buttons. Click the arrow to display the list of options. Click Combine when taskbar is full, and then click OK. This setting shows each item as an individual labeled button. When the taskbar becomes crowded, programs with multiple open items, such as Paint in this example, appear as a single button to save space. Let's change the setting again so you can see another option. Right-click the taskbar and then click Properties. From the taskbar buttons list, select Never Combine and then click OK. Now, all the taskbar buttons are labeled and will never appear as a single button, regardless of how many windows are open. Now that you know how to customize the appearance of taskbar buttons, you can choose the setting that best suits your needs.
Your web page history makes browsing easier, but it's a good idea to clean house occasionally to free disk space and help improve performance. Here's how. Open Internet Explorer, click the Safety button, and then click Delete Browsing History. Select the checkbox for each category of information you want to delete. You might want to select the Preserve Favorites Website Data checkbox to keep cookies and files that go with the websites on your favorites list. Click Delete. You might see the Progress dialog box for a few moments. Close, and then restart Internet Explorer, and you're ready to go.
When you delete a file or folder from your computer, it's actually just moved to the recycle bin. It's stored there until you choose to empty it. Think of the recycle bin as a safety net. If you accidentally delete something, you can try to recover it later. To recover a file or folder from the recycle bin, double-click the recycle bin icon on your desktop, click the item you want to recover, and then click Restore this item. To restore all the files in the recycle bin, make sure that no files are selected, click Restore all items, and then click Yes. The files will be restored to their original locations on your computer. The recycle bin appears on your desktop by default, but you can choose to hide it. To hide the recycle bin, click the Start button and search for Desktop Icons. Click Show or Hide Common Icons on the desktop. Clear the recycle bin checkbox, and then click OK. The recycle bin will be hidden from your desktop. To show the recycle bin, repeat your search for desktop icons. Select the recycle bin checkbox, and then click OK.
A system repair disk can be used to boot your computer and access tools that can help you recover Windows from a serious error. To create a system repair disk, click the Start button, type Backup in the search box, and then click Backup and Restore. Click Create a System Repair Disk, and then follow the steps in the wizard. That's it! Make sure you store the disk in a safe location.
Accessing email and using the internet are two of the most popular things people do with their computers. For Windows 7, you'll notice some new ways to stay connected and browse the web. Hi, I'm Jean White, a writer on the Windows team, and in the next 5 minutes, I'm going to show you what's new with email and Internet Explorer in Windows 7. Let's start with email. You might be used to Outlook Express or Windows Mail, which were in previous versions of Windows. You won't find either program in Windows 7 though, but you can download Windows Live Mail. And once Windows Live Mail is downloaded, it's on your computer, so you can access it even when you're not online. You can manage your mail on your computer or in a browser. And don't worry, you can even import your mail from Outlook Express or Windows Mail. You won't lose your messages or contacts. So if you already use Outlook Express or Windows Mail, check out Windows Live Mail. A big advantage to using Windows Live Mail is that you can have multiple email accounts, such as Hotmail, Gmail, or Yahoo, all in one place. You can access messages in all those accounts from Windows Live Mail. If you're used to checking your mail on the web, you can still do that too. Just go to the web and go to your favorite mail service. With web-based mail, you can check your mail from any computer or device connected to the internet. Work, home, even a coffee shop. Now let's check Internet Explorer 8 in Windows 7. The first thing you'll notice when you start typing a web address is a smarter address bar. If I type an address that I've visited before, it will show up in this list. The list is categorized and shows my recent browsing history and my favorites. You don't need to finish typing an address, just click it. See how I accidentally mistyped an address earlier? I had the misspelling in my list. Not to worry, I can quickly get rid of it. See this delete button? Just click it. The address is removed from my browsing history. Do you sometimes check email from a library, coffee shop, or other public place? Then try in-private browsing. With in-private browsing, there's no record of your cookies, temporary internet files, or browsing history. I use it when I'm shopping for a gift for my husband and I want to keep it a surprise. All I need to do is click Safety, and then click In Private Browsing to open a new window. Now, as long as I'm using this browser window, there's no record of the websites I visit. There are also some new changes in the way you open additional web pages. In Windows XP, when you wanted to open a second or third web page, you had to keep opening Internet Explorer in new windows. Windows 7 is different. See how Internet Explorer 8 uses tabbed browsing? Tabs let you have many web pages open at the same time in the same window, each on its own tab. Even so, opening a lot of tabs can be overwhelming. To make it easier to keep track of all of them, when you open a new tab from an existing page, the new tab is placed next to the original and is color-coded so you can see which tabs are related. And have you ever accidentally closed a website you were visiting? It's frustrating, especially if you don't remember its address. In Windows XP, all I could do was dig through my browser history and hope to find it. Well, with Internet Explorer 8, just open a new tab to find your way back to one or all of the closed websites. Click here to reopen your last browsing session. Web slices and accelerators are new ways to get information faster in Internet Explorer. If you often check things like email, stock quotes, or online auctions, you can use web slices to keep up to date. And if you often open separate web pages to look up a location on a map or search for more about a word you're reading, you'll wonder how you managed before accelerators. Let's start with web slices. A web slice makes it easy to get information from specific parts of a web page. I often check the news, but I don't want to reopen the website every time. If a web slice is available on a page, you'll see a green icon, like this. Click the icon to subscribe to the web slice. Now it'll be in your Favorites menu. When new information becomes available, the web slice will be highlighted. Click it to go straight to the site. Until now, if something caught your eye on a web page and you wanted to search for more information, or you needed to look up an address on a map, it took a lot of time copying and pasting or retyping the text in another address bar. Accelerators offer an easier way. If you see a word you'd like to know more about, select it and click the button that appears. Now you can search for it. You can use accelerators for other routine tasks too, like emailing or blogging, translating a word, or finding a map. Want to learn more? Check out the guide for this video. It has a lot of information, including step-by-step instructions, so you can explore Windows 7 on your own.
To connect to a remote computer, that computer must be turned on and connected to the network, and you need to have permission to connect. Click the Start button, and then in the search box type Remote Desktop Connection. In the list of results, click Remote Desktop Connection. In the Computer field, type the name of the computer that you want to connect to, and then click Connect. Enter your username and password, and then click OK. Now you can use the remote computer as if you were sitting right in front of it. When you're finished, click Start, and then click Log Off.
After buying a new computer, one of the first things you'll probably want to do is to get all the stuff you need from your old computer onto your new one. Hi, I'm Tetsuya Yamada, a writer on the Windows team. Today, I'm surrounded by computers because I'm going to show you how to transfer files, folders, and settings from an old computer running Windows XP, Windows Vista, or even Windows 7 to a new computer running Windows 7. You can transfer things like documents, photos, videos, music, internet favorites, email messages, and more from your old computer. About the only thing you can't transfer are programs. Before you start a transfer, you need to do a few things to get ready. First, log on to both computers as an administrator. Next, install Windows Easy Transfer on your old computer. To do this, you can go to your new computer and use Windows Easy Transfer to guide you through the process, or you can download it from the Microsoft website. And finally, you need to decide how you want to transfer information. You can use an external hard disk or a USB flash drive. Just make sure that the disk or drive is big enough to store the information you want to transfer. Or, if the computers are close together, you can use a special USB cable called an Easy Transfer cable. You can order this cable online or from your computer manufacturer or purchase one at a computer store. If both computers are on a network and can access the same folder, you can transfer files across a network. Okay, now that we've taken a look at how to get ready for a transfer, I'm going to show you how to use this external hard disk to transfer information from this old computer running Windows Vista to this new computer running Windows 7. First, I start Windows Easy Transfer on both computers. Then, I go to my new computer and select the method of transfer, in my case, an external hard disk. I then click This is my new computer and answer a few questions. At this point, I need to go to my old computer and attach the external hard disk. I select the same method of transfer and click This is my old computer. Windows Easy Transfer scans the computer and automatically selects all of the user accounts, file types, and program settings it can transfer over. Now I can make changes if I want to. My wife won't be using this new computer, so I don't need to transfer her user account. I can also click Customize and clear the checkboxes next to anything I don't want. If I want, I can add a password to the transfer file I'm saving. Once I'm ready, I choose where on the hard disk I want to save the transfer file, and the transfer starts. Don't worry about deleting anything from your old computer. You're just copying what you want to your new one. Now that I'm done saving the transfer file from my old computer, I go back to my new computer and attach the external hard disk. I continue where I left off in Windows Easy Transfer. Open the transfer file I saved on the external hard disk, and then click Transfer. Once it's finished, I can see exactly what I transferred and also see a list of programs that I might want to install on my new computer. And that's it. I'm done transferring what I wanted from my old computer. Depending on the method of transfer you choose, the steps you see might be a little different than what we saw here. But Windows Easy Transfer will help guide you through the process of getting the files and settings you need from your old computer to your new computer running Windows 7.
You can pin program shortcuts to the top of the Start menu so that you can open them quickly. To pin a program to the Start menu, click Start and find the program you want to pin. Right-click the program and then click Pin to Start menu. The program appears at the top of the Start menu. It's highlighted orange as the newest program to be pinned. If you change your mind, you can unpin a program from the Start menu at any time. To unpin a program from the Start menu, click Start, right-click the program you want to unpin, and then click Unpin from Start menu. The program moves out of the pinned area. However, it remains in the Start menu if it's one of the programs you've used recently. By pinning programs to the Start menu, you can keep the programs you use most frequently close at hand for easy access. You can pin a program directly to the taskbar so you can open it quickly, rather than searching for the program from the Start menu. If the program is already running, right-click the Program button on the taskbar to open the program's jump list, and then click Pin this program to taskbar. The button is now pinned on the taskbar, whether you have any instances of the program running or not. If the program isn't running, click Start and find the program in the list. Right-click the program you want, and then click Pin to Taskbar. The button appears on the taskbar. If you change your mind, you can unpin a program from the taskbar at any time. To remove a pinned program from the taskbar, right-click the taskbar button, and then click Unpin this program from taskbar. By pinning programs to the taskbar, you can keep the programs you use most frequently close at hand for easy access.
Many computer games require DirectX, a group of multimedia technologies. To check which version is on your computer, click Start, and then in the search box, type DXDIAG and click the Diagnostic tool. On the System tab, in the System Information section, look for the DirectX version number. Having the version of DirectX that the game recommends can help your game work better. You can always view files on your computer, but sometimes it's nice to have hard copies. Hi, I'm Jean White, a writer on the Windows team. In the next 3 minutes, I'm going to show you some options so you can get your printed pages to look exactly how you want. If you just want to print and you're in a hurry, you don't even have to open the file. Click the file and then click Print. It's fast and simple. If you already have a file open, like I do, you can click the Print button here too. You'll see a button like this in most programs and even on your web browser toolbar, so you can print documents, pictures, and web pages. However, I like to preview my work before I print it. That way, if it doesn't look right, I can change it without wasting paper. I can change the look of the page here too, just by clicking Page Setup. Here's where I can change the paper size. I usually use letter, which is a standard paper size, and sometimes legal, but you can get fancy with special layouts for cards, menus, and flyers if you'd like. Another thing you might want to do is change the direction of the paper, which is called orientation. You have two options, Portrait and Landscape. Portrait displays the page vertically, like this. Landscape orients the page horizontally, like this. Let's go with Landscape. You can change the margin width and other settings too. Once you're happy with the settings, click OK. When you click the Print button, you'll see the Print dialog box. Here's where you can select the printer. If your document has several pages, you can choose exactly which pages you want to print. For example, type 1-3 to print the first 3 pages. You can also print more than one copy at a time. Click these arrows to select a number, or type how many copies you want to print. When everything looks good, click Print. Printing is similar for most programs, but there are differences. For example, when I want to print a picture, I'll see this dialog box. I can still choose a printer, paper size, and the number of copies. And I can even preview my pictures in different sizes. That's it! Now you know how to use printer options so you can change the look of your files before you print them.
It's rare for a program to stop responding, but if that happens to you, you can use Task Manager to end the program and get back to work. I have a small test program that will simulate an actual program that stops responding. Since my program isn't responding, I'll right-click the taskbar and then click Start Task Manager. Next, I'll click the Applications tab, click the program that isn't responding, and then click End Task. When you use Task Manager to end a program, any unsaved changes you made in that program will be lost. If you want to continue, click Close the program. If you have important work that you want to keep, it might be better to wait a few minutes to see if the program responds.
ClearType is a font technology that makes it easier to read the text on your screen for long periods of time. You can turn ClearType on and tune it so it's optimized for you. To begin, click the Start button, and then click Control Panel. In the search box, type ClearType, and then click Adjust ClearType Text. Select the Turn on ClearType checkbox, and then click Next. Wait for Windows to check your screen resolution, and then click Next. On each page of the tuner, click the text sample that looks best to you, and then click Next. Click Finish to save your settings. Now the text on your screen is tuned and should be easier to read. You can change the font in menus, window title bars, message boxes, and other parts of Windows. To begin, click the Start button, and then click Control Panel. In the search box, type Window Color, and then click Change Window Colors and Metrics. In the item list, choose the part of Windows that you want to change the font for. In the font list, click the font you want to use. In the size list, click the size you want the font to be. In the color list, click the font color you want. Click OK, and you're done.
You can easily connect your computer to a projector to give a presentation on a larger screen. Here's how. First, make sure the projector is turned on, and then plug the projector cable into a video port on your computer. Then click the Start button, click Control Panel, and then type Projector in the search box. Then click Connect to a projector. Then select one of the 4 choices for how you want your desktop to be displayed. The first, Computer Only, this shows your desktop only on your computer screen, so don't select this if you want to connect to a projector. Next, Duplicate. This shows your desktop on both your computer screen and a projector. Extend. This extends your desktop from your computer screen to a projector. Finally, Projector Only. This shows your desktop only on a projector. I'll choose Duplicate to show my desktop both on my computer screen and a projector.
If you accidentally delete a file or folder, you can restore it using the Previous Versions feature. To use previous versions, you need to have created a restore point or saved your files using Windows Backup. Click the Start button and then click Computer. The file I'm going to restore was saved in the Pictures library in a folder named Nature. Navigate to the folder that contained the file or folder, right-click it, and then click Restore Previous Versions. Double-click a previous version of the folder that contains the file or folder you want to restore. For example, if you deleted a file today, choose a version of the folder from yesterday, which should contain the file. Drag the file or folder that you want to restore to another location, such as your desktop or another folder. If you see a security prompt, click OK. The version of the file or folder is saved to that location. When you restore a file or folder to a previous state, you replace the current version on your computer with the previous version. This is helpful if you accidentally change a file and want to go back to the way it was. Right-click the file or folder and then click Restore Previous Versions. The file I'm going to restore was saved in the Pictures library in a folder named Nature. Select the previous version you think you want to restore and then click Open to view it and make sure it's the version you want. Once you've found the previous version that you want to restore, click it and then click Restore. Click Restore again and then click OK. The file or folder replaces the current version on your computer. If you can't find a file on your computer, or you accidentally changed or deleted a file, you can restore it from your backup. Before you begin, make sure the CDs, DVDs, or drive that your backup is saved on are available, and then follow these steps. Click the Start button, type Backup in the search box, and then click Backup and Restore. Click Restore My Files, and then follow the steps in the wizard. You can click Search or Browse for Files to find the files or folders that you want to restore. Once you've selected the items that you want to restore, you can either save them in the same location they were in when you made the backup, or click Browse to choose a new location. Click Restore, and you're done.
Hi, I just took a bunch of pictures on my camera that I'm loading onto my laptop. My name is Chaitanya Sareen. I work on the Windows team at Microsoft. And during the next few minutes, I'm going to show you how you can use your pictures to make a photo slideshow right on your desktop. You might be familiar with screensaver slideshows, which only run when you're not using your computer. But in Windows 7, you can create a slideshow that appears on the desktop background, or what some people like to call the wallpaper. Great, I finished downloading my pictures to my Pictures library, so now we can get started. To begin with, let's look at one of the desktop slideshows that comes with Windows 7, and then I'll show you how you can create your own. First, I'll right-click the desktop and then click Personalize. This is personalization, where you can choose a theme. Each theme has its own slideshow.
You have a number of themes to choose from here. First, I'm going to choose the nature theme. Then I'm going to go to the desktop background and change how frequently the desktop picture changes. As you can see, the pictures associated with the nature theme have check marks in their corners, which tells me that these pictures are part of my slideshow. For now, I'm going to set a new picture to appear every 10 seconds so I can see how all the pictures look without having to wait. I can easily change that later. Once you choose a theme, the slideshow begins automatically. Here's what the nature slideshow looks like. There are some nice shots, but I'd rather make my own theme using the photos I added to my pictures library. To create a new slideshow, we'll return to Desktop Background. I imported my pictures into the Pictures library, so I'm going to choose a group of pictures from my slideshow from there. But I could also click Browse and search for my pictures wherever they might be. It's important to remember all the pictures you want to use in your slideshow must be in the same folder. Since my pictures are in the Pictures library, there shouldn't be a problem. Windows automatically selects all the pictures in the folder to be part of the slideshow, but I only want some of them to be part of the slideshow, so I'm going to clear the checkbox for each picture that I don't want to appear. Now I'll choose how I want the pictures to appear. For example, I can choose whether I want the pictures to fill the frame or maintain their original dimensions, how quickly or slowly I want to cycle through the pictures, and then finally, whether they display in random order or in the order in which they appear in the Pictures library. I'm going with Shuffle. Now that I've selected the pictures that I want for my slideshow, I'm ready to save those changes. When you save changes to a slideshow, Windows automatically creates a new unsaved theme. I'm going to rename my new theme so I can easily identify it. Okay, let's close personalization and take a look at my new desktop background slideshow. Pretty cool, huh? And you can create as many slideshows as you'd like to match whatever mood you're in. You can change them or even turn them off. But once you try desktop slideshows, you might never want to go back.
This blank CDR is loaded with possibilities. I can take home some work documents, revise them, and bring them back to work. Or I can put some pictures for a friend so she can view them on any computer with a CD or DVD drive. Or maybe I just want to play some music in my car. Hi, I'm Aisha Ayub, a program manager on the Windows team, and I'm going to show you how to burn disk for all three of these needs. First, I'll burn a music CD using Windows Media Player that I can play in any CD player. Next, I'll burn a permanent data disk that can be used by a variety of computers and devices. And finally, I'll burn a live file system disk so I can save documents and then update them later on a Windows computer. For a lot of people, the most common CD to burn is an audio CD. If you already have digital music on your computer, such as MP3 files and WMA files, you can use Windows Media Player to burn an audio CD that you can play on any CD player. First things first, I need to pop the disk into my computer's CD or DVD drive. When I insert a disk, Windows first gives me the option to burn an audio CD or burn files to a disk using Windows Explorer. When I click Burn an Audio CD, it opens Windows Media Player so I can start putting together the music I want on my disk. Most of my music is already in the player library, so I'll drag most of the songs to my burn list from inside the player. I'll also drag over a couple of songs that I have on my desktop. An audio CD can hold about 80 minutes of music, so I'm well under the limit. After I move a few songs around, I'll click Start Burn to create my new mix CD. A few minutes later, I've got my mix CD and I'm ready to listen to some tunes in my car. Next, we'll burn a different kind of disc, one with photos that I can give to a friend. To burn that kind of disc, I will need to drag files using Windows Explorer. Let me show you how. First, I'll select Burn Files to Disk using Windows Explorer. Then, I'll name the disk and choose how I want to use it. I'll select with a CD or DVD player. That means the disk I burn can be played with a wide variety of computers and devices. It also means the files on it can't be changed later on. After I open up my pictures library, I'll drag the photos for my friend into the disk folder. And then click Burn Disk. Now I have a permanent data disk filled with photos that I can give to my friend. She has a computer that doesn't run Windows, but she'll still be able to load and enjoy the pictures. The last type of disk I'll show you can only be played on computers running Windows XP or later. That's because it uses Live File System, a great feature that lets you remove and update individual files that you've copied to a CD. It's the ideal type of disk for saving some big work documents I'll need to revise a few times. It comes in handy when I don't have my USB flash drive with me. Once again, I'll pick Burn Files to Disk using Windows Explorer. This time, I'll choose to use a disk like a USB flash drive. That means I'll be able to edit the files that I copy to the disk. After Windows formats a disk, I can copy my work files to the disk folder immediately and then click Eject to close the session. Then, the next time I load the disk, I can edit a file that's already on it. When I eject the disk, my changes will automatically be saved. So, 3 different goals, 3 different disks. I have a disk with some work documents that I can update, a data disk with some pictures, and an audio CD that I can listen to in the home and in the car. Each one started as a blank CDR, and then Windows opened up a world of possibilities.
Before Windows 7, you used to need a big, specialized Surface computer like this to experience the latest touchscreen technology. But now, with Windows 7 and a touchscreen display, you can control your own computer simply by touching the screen. Hi, I'm John Swenson, a writer on the Windows team, and today I'm going to show you how to control your PC using Windows Touch in Windows 7. If you have a PC capable of working with Windows Touch, you'll discover that Touch is not only easy and efficient, it's fun. To use Windows Touch, you need either a laptop with a screen that supports multi-touch, that's the ability to sense more than one fingertip at a time touching the screen, or a desktop computer connected to a similar touchscreen monitor. If you're looking for a new computer, the easiest way to tell if it supports multi-touch is to check with the manufacturer or store selling the computer. Look for PCs that say they support Windows Touch. Let's get started. There are several basic touch gestures that let you do everything from stretching things with your fingertips to dragging items around the screen. The simplest gesture is to use your fingertip like a mouse, tapping anywhere on your screen. I'll tap the Start button with my fingertip, then tap Control Panel, then grab Control Panel and move it around my screen. You can also scroll using your fingertips. Touch is a convenient way to scroll through long documents or web pages like this. If you have a really long document like this one, you can flick through it. Flicks are quick gestures that push something in any direction. You can also scroll side to side on really wide documents using 2 fingers. Now let's try selecting and dragging. This is like using a mouse to select and drag something, except you do it with your fingertips on the screen. Drag your fingertips left or right to select some text and then drag and drop it somewhere, like this. You can also right-click using your fingertips, so you don't need a mouse to do this. Press on whatever you want to right-click and tap using a second finger. Notice how this opens the shortcut menu. Another way to right-click on something and open its shortcut menu is to press and hold. Press, wait for the blue ring to appear, and then release, like this. My favorite gesture is zooming. It's great for making things like photos bigger or smaller. You can zoom in or out on a photo like this. Notice how I can also rotate the photo with my fingers. Zooming also works great with maps.
Move your two fingers apart to zoom in. Now you know the basics of using Windows Touch, but even if you have a multi-touch computer, you can still use a mouse if you don't want to use touch all the time. But once you've learned how to control your computer using touch, you might find you prefer your fingertips to all other pointing devices. You can even have fun with touch. Excuse me while I go check out the Windows Touch Pack, a free add-on for Windows Touch users. I've heard it contains some cool games and I want to take a look at them.
Small preview versions of pictures are called thumbnails. To view thumbnails of your pictures, click the Start button, and then click Pictures. Double-click the folder that has the pictures you want to view. Click the arrow next to the Views button, and then move the slider to change the size of the thumbnails. To print a contact sheet of your pictures, hold down the Control key as you click the thumbnails of the pictures you want to print. To print all of the pictures, click the first thumbnail, hold down the Shift key, and then click the last thumbnail. All of the pictures are now selected. Click Print. Select the printer, paper size, and paper type, and the number of copies you want to print. Then, in the list of print sizes, click Contact Sheet. Click Print. Now you can scan your picture collection at a glance.
The icons on the desktop give you quick access to programs, files, and folders. But you can hide them all if you prefer a clean desktop. To begin, right-click the desktop. Point to View, and then click Show Desktop Icons to clear the checkmark. The icons on the desktop disappear, but they're not deleted, just hidden until you choose to show them again. To show desktop icons, right-click the desktop, point to View, and then click Show Desktop Icons. You can also resize desktop icons to make them easier to see, or make more of them fit on your desktop. To resize desktop icons, right-click the desktop, point to View, and then click Large Icons, Medium Icons, or Small Icons. The desktop icons are resized according to your choice.
One popular way to get pictures from your camera to your computer is to import them directly from your camera. Connect your computer and your camera by using the USB cable that came with your camera, and then turn on the camera. In the Autoplay dialog box, click Import Pictures and Videos using Windows. Next, type a tag name. This way, you can search for pictures and videos with that tag later on. Click Import to import the pictures and videos to your computer. The imported pictures and videos appear in a new window.
Jump lists are lists of items, such as files, folders, or websites, that you've opened recently. They're organized by the program that you use to open them. The same items appear in a program's jump list on the Start menu and on the taskbar. To open an item from the jump list on the Start menu, click the Start button. Point to a program on the Start menu to open the program's jump list, and then click the item. You can also pin favorites to a jump list, so you can quickly get to the items that you use most often. Click the Start button, and then open the program's jump list. Point to the item, and then click the pushpin icon. Notice that the pushpin icon has a tip, Pin to this list. The pinned item appears at the top of the jump list. Because the same items appear in jump lists on the Start menu and the taskbar, you can work with jump lists the same way in either place. To view the jump list for a program on the taskbar, right-click the Program button. You can open any item by clicking it. To unpin an item from a jump list, point to the item, and then click the pushpin icon. Notice that the pushpin icon has a different tip, Unpin from this list. The item is no longer pinned to the top of the jump list. You can experiment with jump lists on the Start menu and the taskbar until your favorite programs and items are exactly where you want them.
The amount of RAM installed on your computer can give you a general idea of how well it will perform. In general, the more RAM you have, the better your computer performs. Click the Start button, right-click Computer, and then click Properties. The amount of RAM is listed under System. In some cases, Windows reports both the amount of memory that's installed on your computer and the amount of memory that's usable.
A theme is a combination of pictures, colors, and sounds on your computer. It includes a desktop background, a window border color, a sound scheme, and a screensaver. Some themes might also include desktop icons and mouse pointers. To change your theme, right-click the desktop, and then click Personalize. You can choose an arrow theme to personalize your computer, or a basic or high contrast theme to improve your computer's performance or make the items on your screen easier to see. If you make changes to a theme, the new settings will appear under My Themes as an unsaved theme. Click a theme to apply it to your desktop, and you're done. You can change a theme's desktop background, window color, sounds, and screensaver individually to create your own customized theme. Right-click the desktop, and then click Personalize. Click a theme to apply it to your desktop. To change the desktop background, click Desktop Background. And then select the checkboxes for the pictures you want to use. Make changes to any other settings that you want, and then click Save Changes. To change the window border color, click Window Color. Click the color you want to use, and then click Save Changes. To change the sound scheme, click Sounds. Click an item in the sound scheme list, and then click OK. To add or change a screensaver, click Screensaver. Click an item in the screensaver list, and then click OK. Your customized theme will appear under My Themes as an unsaved theme. You can save your theme so you can use it later. You can also share themes with your friends and family. To save your customized theme, click Save Theme. Type a name for your theme, and then click Save. To share your theme with other people, right-click it, and then click Save Theme for Sharing. In the File Name box, type a name for your theme, and then click Save. Your shareable theme will be in your My Documents folder. That's it. Now you can create as many themes as you like.
There are two ways to rip or copy songs from audio CDs to your computer using Windows Media Player. You can insert a music CD into your computer's CD drive, wait for the player to open in Now Playing mode, and then click the Rip CD button. You can also rip a CD when the player library is open. Click the Start button, type Windows Media Player, and then, in the list of results, click Windows Media Player. Insert a music CD into your computer's CD drive, and then click Rip CD. In Windows Media Player, you can change the settings you use to rip or copy music from a CD to your player library. Open the player by clicking the Start button, typing Windows Media Player, and then, in the list of results, clicking Windows Media Player. Insert the CD you want to rip into your computer's CD drive, and then click Rip Settings. On the Rip Settings menu, you can change a variety of settings, including the format and audio quality of the ripped music files. You can also change rip settings when there isn't a CD in your computer's CD drive. Just click Organize, click Options, and then click Rip Music. You can adjust the rip settings in the Options dialog box.
Before you or someone else can connect to your computer from a remote computer, you first need to allow remote connections. Here's how. Click the Start button, click Control Panel, and then in the search box type Remote Settings. Click Allow Remote Access to your computer. Under Remote Desktop, select one of the options to allow connections. If the computer you'll be connecting from is running Windows Vista or Windows 7, select the third option. Otherwise, select the second option. If you are going to connect to your own computer, you're done. If someone else is going to connect, click Select Users, and then click Add. Type the username that you want to allow, and then click Check Names. When you find the correct username, click OK. The name will be displayed in the list of users in the Remote Desktop Users dialog box. Click OK, and then click OK again. Now you can go to the other computer and connect. Windows Firewall is turned on by default, but you can turn it off if you want to use another firewall program. We don't recommend turning it off unless you have another firewall already installed and turned on. Click the Start button and then click Control Panel. In the search box, type Firewall and then click Windows Firewall. In the left pane, click Turn Windows Firewall on or off. If you're prompted for an administrator password or confirmation, go ahead and provide that. Under each network location, click Turn off Windows Firewall. Then click OK and you're done. If your computer is joined to a domain, your network administrator might be controlling firewall settings, and you might not be able to change them.
If Internet Explorer is running slowly, it might be because add-ons and change settings are affecting performance. If you suspect that add-ons or incorrect settings are causing performance problems, you can help reduce these issues by restoring Internet Explorer to how it was when you first installed it. Resetting Internet Explorer affects most settings on the General, Security, Privacy, Content, and Advanced tabs in Internet Options. These settings are deleted or restored to how they were, and you can't undo these changes after you've made them. So here's how to restore Internet Explorer settings. Close all Internet Explorer windows except one. Click Tools, and then click Internet Options. Click the Advanced tab, and then click Reset. Something else that you can do to make Internet Explorer run faster is to delete your temporary files and cookies. You can select this option to delete your temporary Internet files, history, cookies, in-private filtering data, and stored form information and passwords. It also resets your home pages, search providers, and accelerators. Selecting this option won't change settings for favorites, feeds, web slices, and Internet programs, including default browser, content advisor, certificates, and temporary Internet file path settings. To finish restoring Internet Explorer settings, click Reset. This might take a couple of minutes. When Internet Explorer is done, click Close and then click OK. Now close and reopen Internet Explorer so your changes will take effect. Because your search provider and accelerator settings have been reset, you'll need to go through the Startup Wizard again. So give this a try the next time Internet Explorer is running slowly.
Internet Explorer 8 puts the web to work for you. Web slices, for example, track the sites you check most often, like online auctions, news, and email, right on your favorites bar. Adding a web slice is as simple as clicking an icon on the page you want to track. Then, when that page changes, the web slice turns bold to get your attention. You can even click the slice to go to the full web page. Accelerators, another new feature, help you speed through stuff like getting to a map or searching the web. Just highlight a word and click the icon to see what you can do. The improved search box lets you pick your provider and gives you a helpful preview of the results. Looking for a new and original ringtone? In device stage, you can create your own ringtones from songs and sounds on your PC. After you connect a compatible phone, just follow the steps for creating your ringtone. You can choose a sound file that's already on your computer, or connect a microphone and record your own sounds. You can make your ringtone fade in or out, then save it, make it your primary ringtone, or assign it to a contact, and send it to your phone. Moving your stuff to a new PC doesn't have to be a hassle, especially with Windows Easy Transfer in Windows 7. Just tell Easy Transfer how you want to connect your computers, which user accounts to transfer, and in Windows 7 you can even choose specific files. Easy Transfer copies pictures, email, internet favorites, and other important personal files from your old computer to your new one. That's all there is to it. When Easy Transfer is finished, you get a detailed list of everything Windows moved. Sharing files and printers between computers on your home network should be simple. With Home Group, it finally is. Creating a home group only takes a few minutes. You just pick out what you want to share: pictures, music, printers, videos, documents. Then you'll get a password, so other PCs running Windows 7 can join. Once you're finished setting it up, you can open files and photos, even play music and videos, from any other computer in the home group. Did you know that you can enjoy the music and video on your home PC even when you're not at home? Just turn on Remote Media Streaming in Windows Media Player 12 to make your media library available over the Internet. Remote Media Streaming only works on PCs running Windows 7. The first time you use it, you'll need to complete a few quick setup steps. Then you're ready to go. Next time you take your laptop on the road, you'll see your home PC's media library listed in Windows Media Player. Just click and enjoy. Play 2 in Windows 7 lets you enjoy your digital media collection just about anywhere at home. Start by adding a few songs or videos to your Windows Media Player 12 playlist. Then click the Play 2 button and choose where to play them. Your options include other PCs running Windows 7 on your home network, and even some stereos and televisions. Play 2 can turn you into a party DJ and let you enjoy your media library in rooms without a computer.
In a few simple steps, you can add a printer to your computer. Click the Start button, and then click Devices and Printers. Click Add a Printer. If you're connected to a network and several computers share a printer, you can add a network printer. If you have your own printer, you can add a local printer. I'll add a local printer. Use the existing port and click Next. Select your printer manufacturer in this list and then select the model in this one. I'm connected to the internet, so Windows can automatically update my drivers. If you're not online, you can click Have Disk and use the disk that came with your printer. When you're done, click Next. Complete the additional steps in the wizard. These include giving your printer a friendly name, and even the option to share it. Click Finish, and you're ready to print.
The notification area of the taskbar displays icons that notify you about things like incoming email, updates, and network connectivity. You can change which icons and notifications appear in the notification area and change the order in which icons appear. To hide an icon in the notification area, click the icon and then drag it toward the desktop. When you have hidden icons, an arrow appears next to the notification area. To see the hidden icons, just click the arrow. You can also drag a hidden icon back into the notification area. To rearrange icons in the notification area, just drag an icon to a new position. You can rearrange, hide, and restore icons in the notification area whenever you like. System icons, including clock, volume, network, power, and action center, appear in the notification area of the taskbar. You can turn them off if you want to. Here's how. First, right-click an empty area on the taskbar, and then click Properties. Under Notification Area, click Customize. Click Turn System Icons On or Off. For each system icon you want to turn off, click Off to completely remove the icon from the notification area. In this example, I'll turn off the clock and the volume icons. Click OK, and then click OK again. The icons disappear from the notification area of the taskbar. Remember, if you turn a system icon off, you can always turn it back on later by following the same steps. The notification area of the taskbar displays icons that notify you about things like incoming email, updates, and network connectivity. You can customize how these icons and their corresponding notifications behave. First, right-click an empty area on the taskbar and then click Properties. Under Notification Area, click Customize. For each icon, select one of the following options in the list. Show Icon and Notifications means that the icon is always visible and any notifications are displayed. Hide Icon and Notifications means that the icon is hidden and notifications aren't displayed. Only Show Notifications means that the icon is hidden but notifications sent by the program are displayed. Click OK. The power and volume icons are currently hidden. You can also decide to always show all icons and notifications. Right-click an empty area of the taskbar and then click Properties. Under Notification Area, click Customize. Select the Always Show All Icons and Notifications on the taskbar checkbox and then click OK. All icons reappear in the notification area on the taskbar.
To find which edition of Windows 7 you're using, click the Start button, right-click Computer, and then click Properties. The edition of Windows 7 you are running is displayed under Windows Edition near the top of the window. Computers on a network need unique names to identify and communicate with each other. You might need to know your computer name if you want to connect to it from another computer. Click the Start button, right-click Computer, and then click Properties. Your computer name is listed under Computer Name, Domain, and Workgroup Settings. If your computer is connected to a domain, you can also see its full computer name.
Have you ever accidentally deleted a file and wished you could get it back? Or worse, have you lost everything on your computer because your hard drive failed? Hi, I'm Prashant Nagarati, an engineer on the Windows team. For the next 5 minutes, I'm going to show you how Windows 7 makes it easier to back up your files. I'm also going to show you how to restore files from a backup in case the unexpected ever happens. I'm going to use my external hard drive to save my backup. If you don't have an external hard drive, you can also use CDs or DVDs. To get started, I'll plug the hard drive into my computer. Windows automatically recognizes it as a possible place to save my backups. I'll click Use this drive for backup. I'm going to keep the default setting, so Windows will choose what gets backed up. The backup includes files in common locations, such as the desktop and libraries, that automatically include your pictures, documents, music, and videos. The default setting also makes a system image, which is basically a snapshot of the drive that Windows is installed on. It contains Windows, plus your programs, files, and settings. If your computer or hard drive ever fails, you can use this image to quickly restore everything to a replacement computer or hard drive. Now that I know what I'm backing up, I'll click Next. Here, I can review my backup settings. Notice that my backups will be made weekly. I can change the schedule if I want to. I'll click Save Settings and Run Backup. Once I've set up automatic backups, Windows does the rest. It keeps track of changes based on a schedule I set. I don't need to remember to create backups. And I don't need to worry. If my computer or hard drive isn't plugged in, Windows will skip the backup and catch up next time. Backup and Restore in Control Panel is where you can see the status of your backups and make changes to your backup settings. Now that I've set up the basic backup settings, I want to customize my backup. In Backup and Restore, I'll click Change Settings. I still want to save my backup on my external hard drive, so I won't change anything on this page. I'll just click Next. I want to customize what's in my backup, so I'll click Let me choose and then click Next. I can back up individual libraries, folders, and drives, or select certain items to be excluded from my backup. My friend Jean doesn't want me to back up her music, so I'm going to clear the Music Library checkbox under Jean's libraries. I'll click Next, review my backup settings, and then save my settings. Okay, now that I've set up automatic backups, what do I do if something happens to one of my files and I need to restore it from my backup? In Backup and Restore in Control Panel, I'll click Restore My Files. I happen to remember where my file was saved, so I'll click Browse for Files. I could also use Search. This page is showing me the file structure of my backup. I can click through the folders until I find the file I'm looking for. Here it is. I'll click it and then click Add Files. The file appears on a temporary collection page. It's like a shopping cart. You first collect all the items that you want to restore. Once you've collected all the files, you can then restore them. I'm ready to restore my files, so I'll click Next. Here, I need to decide if I want to restore my files to the location they were in when I made my backup, or if I want to specify a new location. I'm going to put my files in a folder I created previously and move them later. I'll click in the following location and then click Browse. I'll find the folder, select it, and then click Restore. And now my files are back on my computer. Backing up your files is important. Windows Backup helps make it easier to protect the files on your PC. By setting up automatic backups, you can spend your time using and enjoying Windows 7.
Getting the information you want on the web sometimes requires searching within a web page for specific words or phrases. Here's how. Click the arrow next to the search box. Click Find on this page. The Find toolbar appears here. Type a word or phrase. As you type, the number of matches found is shown here. The first match is highlighted in blue and any other matches in yellow. Click Next or Previous to go to each match. To narrow your search, click Options and choose Match Whole Word Only or Match Case. These options can help avoid partial word matches or find words with special capitalization such as proper names and acronyms. You can find the same word or phrase as you move from tab to tab by clicking Next on the Find toolbar. When you're done, click the Close button to close the Find toolbar.
There are 3 ways to connect to a shared home group printer: automatically, semi-automatically, and manually. It depends on the type of printer you have. To connect automatically, you don't have to do anything. The printer will be listed in Devices and Printers as soon as you join the home group. To check for it, click the Start button and then click Devices and Printers. If you see the printer there, you're done and the printer is ready to use. If the printer isn't listed in Devices and Printers, but you see a Windows Found a Home Group Printer message over here, click the message and this will install the printer. If you don't see a message, you can still connect manually by following these steps. First, on the computer the printer is physically connected to, make sure the printer has been shared with the home group. Here's how. Click the Start button, click Control Panel, type Home Group in the search box, and then click Home Group. Make sure the Printers checkbox is selected, and then save your changes. Then, on the computer you want to print from, click the Start button, click Control Panel, type Home Group in the search box, and then click Home Group. Click Install Printer. If you don't already have a driver installed for the printer, click Install Driver in the dialog box that appears. After the printer is installed, you can access it through the Print dialog box in any program, just like a printer that's directly connected to your computer.
You can change the color of your window borders, the Start menu, and the taskbar. Right-click the desktop, and then click Personalize. Click a theme. The window color, along with the desktop background, sounds, and screensaver, will change automatically. To choose your own window color, click Window Color. Click the color you want, and then adjust the color intensity. Click Save Changes, and you're done. A screensaver is a moving picture or pattern that appears on the computer screen when you haven't used your mouse or keyboard for a certain period of time. Windows comes with several screensavers you can choose from. Click the Start button, and then click Control Panel. In the search box, type Screensaver. And then click Change Screensaver. In the screensaver list, click the screensaver you want to use. To see what the screensaver will look like, click Preview. To end the screensaver preview, move your mouse. Then click OK, and you're done.
For quick access, you can include a shared folder from another home group member's computer in your own library. Here's how. On the other home group member's computer, right-click the folder that you want to include, click Share With, and then select either Home Group Read or Home Group Read Write. On your own computer, click the Start button, and then click your username. In the left pane under Home Group, click the computer you want to access. In the right pane, right-click the folder you want to include and drag it to the destination library. When you release the mouse button, a menu appears. Click Include in Library. Now, when you want to quickly access files in the other home group members folder, they'll be right here in your own library.
In a few simple steps, you can share your printer. First, turn on sharing. Click the Start button, and then click Control Panel. In the search box, type Network. Click Network and Sharing Center, and then click Change Advanced Sharing Settings. Select Turn on File and Printer Sharing, and then save your changes. Now let's share the printer. Click the Start button, and then click Devices and Printers. Right-click the printer you want to share, and then click Printer Properties. Click the Sharing tab, select Share this printer, and then click OK. Other people on your network can now connect to this printer. Choosing print options depends largely on your printing preferences and printer properties. To change the look of the pages you print, click the Start button, and then click Devices and Printers. Right-click a printer and then click Printing Preferences. The tabs you see might be different because each printer is different. On your tabs, you can look for ways to change the paper type, direction of the paper, print quality, and more. Make your choices, and then click OK. To change the way your printer is set up, right-click the printer, and then click Printer Properties. The tabs you see might be different here too, but you'll recognize some of them, such as this General tab, and the Security tab, and the Sharing tab. Make your choices, and then click OK.
The new Windows 7 desktop makes your PC easier to navigate and more fun to use. Jump lists take you straight to your favorite files and websites in just a couple of clicks. The taskbar has bigger buttons and live previews. Point at the thumbnail for a full-size version. The desktop also has 3 useful new features that cut through clutter. With Shake, you can jiggle a window and watch distractions disappear. Snap lets you resize windows by dragging them to the edges of the screen. And with Peek, just point your mouse at the corner of the taskbar for a clear view of your desktop and those fun new Windows 7 backgrounds. Worried about losing a precious picture or document to a bad hard drive? Backup and Restore can help you breathe easier. Just open it from the Start menu and choose a safe spot for your safety copies. In some editions, you can also back up files to a network. Next, choose what you want to back up or let Windows do it for you. Finally, tell Windows how often to back up your files. If something ever happens to your PC, it's easy to restore files by just clicking on a previously saved backup. Concerned about kids and computers? Parental Controls helps you keep tabs on your children's PC time. With time limits, you decide when they can use the computer. You can even block out different times for different days of the week. You can also control the programs they can use and the games they can play. To monitor what your kids do online, try Windows Live Family Safety, a separate program that lets you block websites and get reports of children's online activity. It comes installed on many PCs, but if it's not on yours, you can download it for free from the Windows Live website. Did you know you can watch, pause, and record TV on your PC? All it takes is Windows Media Center and Windows 7 and a PC with a TV tuner. If you don't have a tuner, you can still see great online shows, concerts, and more with Internet TV. Look for broadcast and Internet TV listings in Media Center's handy program guide. But TV is only part of what Media Center's all about. Throwing a party? Create a fun slideshow from your photo collection and play it on your high-definition TV. Or queue up songs from your music library. Windows Media Center, one more way Windows 7 makes new things possible.
The taskbar is usually located at the bottom of the desktop. You can hide it to create more space. Just right-click it and then click Properties. Under Taskbar Appearance, select the Auto Hide the Taskbar checkbox, click OK, and it's hidden. You can see the taskbar again by pointing to the place where you last saw it, and then move the mouse away to hide it again. To turn off Auto Hide, right-click the taskbar, click Properties, clear the Auto Hide the Taskbar checkbox, and then click OK. The taskbar stays visible on the desktop.
Disk Defragmenter automatically defragments your hard drives on a weekly basis, but you can choose to run Disk Defragmenter manually. One reason you might want to do this is if you have an external hard drive that's not always connected to your computer. You can check to see if the hard drive is fragmented, then defragment it if necessary. Click the Start button, and then search for Disk Defragmenter to open the program. Click the hard drive that you want to check, and then click Analyze Disk. It might take a few minutes. If the number in the Last Run column is greater than 10%, you should consider defragmenting your hard drive. To do this, click Defragment Disk. It might take a while to complete, but you can still use your computer during the defragmenting process.
You can rearrange taskbar buttons to appear in any order. If you need to switch frequently between two programs, you can put their buttons next to each other. Or you can put similar programs, like games, side by side. To move a taskbar button, just drag it to a different position on the taskbar. You can rearrange programs as often as you like. If a program is pinned to the taskbar button stays in the position you dragged it to, even when the program is closed. If the program isn't pinned to the taskbar, the button stays in the position you dragged it to until the program is closed.
You can rotate a picture by using Windows Photo Viewer. Start by opening the Pictures library. Click the picture you want to rotate, then click the arrow next to Preview and click Windows Photo Viewer. Click one of the rotate buttons, depending on which way you want to rotate the picture. When you're done, click File and then click Exit. Your changes are saved automatically, and the picture will be rotated.
You can use Windows Media Player to burn music, pictures, and videos on your computer to a blank CD or DVD. Open the player by clicking the Start button, typing Windows Media Player, and then, in the list of results, clicking Windows Media Player. To burn a music CD that you can play on nearly any CD player, click the Burn tab, click the Burn Options button, and then select Audio CD. Insert a blank CDR into your CD burner, find items you want to burn in your player library, and then drag them into the list pane. If you want to remove a song from the burn list, right-click the song and then click Remove from List. You can also change the order of the list by dragging items up or down in the list. When you're satisfied with your burn list, click Start Burn. To burn a data CD or DVD disc that stores compressed music, picture, or video files, click the Burn tab, click the Burn Options button, and then select Data CD or DVD. Insert a blank disc into your CD or DVD burner. Find items you want to burn in your player library, and then drag them into the list pane. After you finish adding items, click Start Burn. There are a number of settings you can customize in Windows Media Player to make burning work better for you. Open the player by clicking the Start button, typing Windows Media Player, and then in the list of results, clicking Windows Media Player. In the Player Library, click the Burn tab, click the Burn Options button, and then click More Burn Options. In the Burn Options dialog box, you can change a variety of burn settings, such as burn speed and the list format for data disks.
If you have a program you don't use anymore, you can uninstall it from your computer to free up space on your hard disk. Click the Start button, and then click Control Panel. In the search box, type Program. Then click Programs and Features. Select a program. You might have the option to change or repair some programs in addition to uninstalling them. To uninstall a program, click Uninstall. Then follow the prompts on your screen, and you're done. You can turn off the screensaver to save power. Right-click the desktop, and then click Personalize. Click Screensaver to open Screensaver settings. To turn off a screensaver, click None in the screensaver list. To turn on a screensaver, click an option in the screensaver list. Then click OK, and you're done.
You can connect a wireless phone, keyboard, mouse, or other wireless device to your computer. This includes Bluetooth-enabled devices and wireless network devices, also called Wi-Fi devices. Here's how. Click Start, and then click Control Panel. Under Hardware and Sound, click Add a Device, and then follow the instructions in the Add a Device wizard. If you don't see the wireless or network device you want to add to your computer, Windows may not be able to detect it. Make sure the device is turned on, has enough battery power, and isn't in sleep mode. You can see how this Add a Device wizard detected my mobile phone. I'll select the phone now and then click Next to begin connecting it wirelessly with my computer.
You can turn off BitLocker at any time, either temporarily by suspending it or permanently by decrypting the drive. To turn off BitLocker, click the Start button, type BitLocker in the search box, and then click BitLocker Drive Encryption. Do one of the following. To decrypt a drive, click Turn off BitLocker. To suspend BitLocker, click Suspend Protection. You can only suspend protection on the drive that Windows is installed on. I'm going to turn off BitLocker on my E drive. I'll click Turn off BitLocker and then Decrypt Drive. Decrypting a drive will take several minutes. Once you decrypt a drive, the data on it is no longer protected by BitLocker. BitLocker drive encryption can help protect your data by encrypting the drive it is stored on. This means that no one can access the drive without first entering the encryption password. To turn on BitLocker, click the Start button, type BitLocker in the search box, and then click BitLocker Drive Encryption. Next to the drive that you want to encrypt, click Turn on BitLocker. I'm going to encrypt my E drive. Select an unlock option. I'm going to use a password, so I will type my password twice and then click Next. This will create a recovery key you can use to unlock the drive if you forget your password. I'm going to save my recovery key on a USB flash drive and then click Next. Click Start Encrypting. It will take a few minutes to encrypt the drive. System Restore regularly tracks changes to your computer's system files and creates what are called restore points. Restore points can be used to undo changes to Windows and programs without affecting your personal files. This can be helpful if you install a program or driver and it doesn't work as expected. To turn System Restore on or off, click the Start button, click Control Panel, click System and Security, and then click System. Click System Protection. Click a drive, and then click Configure. Do one of the following. To turn System Restore on, click Restore System Settings and Previous Versions of Files, and then click OK. To turn System Restore off, click Turn off System Protection, and then click OK. Click Yes to continue. This will delete all of the restore points for this drive. Restore points can be used to undo changes to Windows and programs without affecting your personal files. Restore points are automatically created weekly, and whenever System Restore detects the beginning of a change to your computer, such as when you install a program or a driver, you can create a restore point manually at any time. To create a restore point, click the Start button, click Control Panel, click System and Security, and then click System. Click System Protection. Click Create. Type a description for the restore point, and then click Create. The restore point is created.
Many of the most important people in my life are spread out all over the world. When I bought my house, I couldn't share the event with many of them in person, but using 2 free programs from Microsoft, Windows Live Photo Gallery and PhotoSynth, I was able to include them in the fun. Hi, I'm Brad Wright, a writer on the Windows team, and I'm going to show you a cool and interesting way to share your home using these 2 programs. Photo Gallery is a program I use to import, organize, edit, and share photos. PhotoSynth takes a collection of photos and makes a 3D map out of them that you can explore and share online. You can install these programs from the links on your screen. To get started, I'm going to need some photographs of the place I'm going to share. For the best results, take lots of photos of your subject from various angles and overlap each of the photos you take. Start wide and then move in close to capture fine detail. Also, avoid subjects that are one color, smooth, or shiny. They don't always synth well. For your first synth, start with a small collection of photos to see what works best. Once you get the hang of it, try creating a larger, more complex synth. I've already imported the photos I'm going to use into Windows Live Photo Gallery. Next, I'll select the photos I'll be using and click Extras, and then create a synth. This opens PhotoSynth with the photos I've selected in Photo Gallery. When PhotoSynth opens, I name my synth, tag it, and select the photos I want to upload. You can also set the visibility or who can see your finished synth. When I'm finished adding this information, I'll click Synth to upload and compile the photos into a PhotoSynth. Cool, now the PhotoSynth is complete. Let's take a look. To explore your completed synth, just click around. It's almost 3D. PhotoSynth has controls to navigate throughout a synth, zoom in and out, as well as sharing or embedding a link in a website or blog. Pretty cool, huh? Now my friends can check out my house without actually being there. Give PhotoSynth and Windows Live Photo Gallery a try and see what you can create.
Just because you store your music on a PC in a spare bedroom doesn't mean you can't enjoy that music in other parts of your home. Using Windows 7, you can stream music between computers and even to other devices, including some stereo systems. Hi, I'm Drew Williams, a writer on the Windows team. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you how to set up streaming, access music on your network, and then stream music around your house. If the idea of streaming music seems unfamiliar to you, don't worry. You've probably already received media streams over the internet. Maybe you've watched a video or listened to a radio station using your web browser. Windows Media Player makes it just as easy to send streams over a home network as it is to receive streams from a website. I've ripped music from CDs and downloaded songs from an online store, so I already have some music files in my Windows Media Player library. Now, I just need to click the Stream menu, click Turn on Media Streaming, and then follow the instructions. When I do this, my media library will be shared on the network, and I can see other computers and devices I might want to stream to. One of the devices here is another computer that's already turned on media streaming. To check out what music is on the computer, I just click the name of its shared media library. Now I can view its songs on my computer. When I see something I like, I just double-click to listen to it. Before Windows 7, streaming was always about listening to music stored in another location. What's brand new in Windows 7 is a feature called Play To. This works in the other direction. You stream your music to another location and choose what's played. It's like a big remote control. There are a number of devices you can use to stream over a network. Some newer devices like the stereo receiver have built-in Wi-Fi or Ethernet jacks. Or you can use a small device like this to connect your stereo to the network. If you need help finding a playback device, visit the Digital Living Network Alliance website. I've already connected this receiver to my network using an Ethernet cable, so I'm ready to start streaming to it using Windows Media Player. Now, I just need to pick out some music to stream in the player library. I'll click the Play tab, drag over some songs, and then my playlist is ready to go. When I click the Play To button, I'll see a list of available devices. After I click my receiver, a Play To dialog box will open, and music will automatically start playing from my stereo system. Using Play To, I can stream all the music on my PC to anywhere in my house, even my home stereo.
Not sure where to begin with your new PC? Make Getting Started your first stop. The new Getting Started menu gives you one-click access to the most common things people do when they start off with Windows 7. Here, for example, you can pick a new desktop background, transfer files from your old computer, or set up a home group for sharing files and printers with other PCs in your home. Looking for more setup advice? Check out the Getting Started section of the Windows website, where you'll find video tours, a handy first week checklist, and much more. Getting Started. One more way Windows 7 makes using a PC faster and easier. If your PC is lost, stolen, or hacked, what happens to your important data? BitLocker Drive Encryption can help keep everything from documents to passwords safer. You can encrypt an internal drive, or, with a new feature called BitLocker to Go, an external storage device like a flash drive. After BitLocker is turned on, any new file you save to the drive is automatically encrypted. You can work with your encrypted files normally, but no one else can access them without entering your password. BitLocker. One more way Windows 7 helps keep your PC more secure. With 7 programs and 1 free download, Windows Live Essentials helps you do even more in Windows 7, with things like email, photos, and blogging. Windows Live Messenger is instant messaging and then some. You can see updates from your contacts, send text messages to their phones, and even play games and share photos right in the conversation window. Windows Live Mail puts all your email accounts, calendars, and contacts in one place, your desktop. And with Windows Live Photo Gallery, you can easily edit, organize, and share your photos. To learn about the rest of the Windows Live Essentials programs, like Movie Maker, Family Safety, and Writer, go to download.live.com. Windows 7 makes it easier to work with printers, music players, and other popular devices. It starts with Device Stage, a new feature that provides one-click access to common tasks for each device. Think of Device Stage as a home page for your hardware. This portable music player, for example, has options for syncing music, updating software, and converting music files, options that in previous versions of Windows would have been in different places. There's also the new Devices and Printers folder, which gives you a handy way to see everything connected externally to your PC. You can even go here to connect devices wirelessly, such as a Bluetooth phone.
You can check Windows Update at any time to see if it found new drivers and icons for your hardware, especially if you recently installed a new device. Here's how to set Windows Update to automatically check for the latest drivers and icons for you. Click the Start button, and then on the Start menu, click Devices and Printers. Find your computer in the list of devices and right-click on it. And then click Device Installation Settings. Click Yes, do this automatically, recommended, and then click Save Changes. If Yes is already selected, click Cancel to close the dialog box. If you're prompted for an administrator password or confirmation after clicking Save Changes, type the password or provide confirmation.
If your PC could use a little extra pep, try ReadyBoost in Windows 7. ReadyBoost takes advantage of unused space on a USB flash drive or flash memory card to help improve PC performance. Just plug in a compatible device and click Speed up my system. Then tell ReadyBoost how much space to use. Not sure? Windows lets you know how much it recommends. And that's it. Now, whenever Windows starts running out of RAM, it will use your flash device to help prevent your PC from slowing down. The Ease of Access Center brings together settings and programs that can make your PC easier to use. You can get quick access to programs like Magnifier, which zooms in on your desktop, on-screen keyboard, which lets you type without a keyboard, and narrator, which reads on-screen text aloud. You can also explore settings and programs by category. Click one and you'll see a list of ways to customize your PC to meet your needs. If you're not sure where to start, you can take this questionnaire and get personalized recommendations. In Windows 7, you can send a fax right from your PC, saving time and paper. All it takes is Windows Fax and Scan and a PC equipped with an inexpensive fax modem. Once your PC is set up, just open Windows Fax and Scan, click New Fax, and start typing. If you have a scanner attached to your PC, you can also use Windows Fax and Scan to scan and send photos or documents. There's also a tool for creating custom cover letters. When you're all done, just click Send. Windows Fax and Scan, another way Windows 7 makes using your PC faster and easier. With Windows Anytime Upgrade, you can add premium Windows 7 features in a matter of minutes. Let's say you're thinking about upgrading from Windows 7 Home Premium to Windows 7 Ultimate. Windows Anytime Upgrade takes you online to compare editions, get details and pricing on the one you want, and then buy. Once you're done purchasing, Windows will upgrade your PC right before your eyes in as little as 10 minutes. You need a break. Try one of the new Windows 7 Internet games and compete online against players around the world. There's checkers, spades, and even backgammon. And that's just for starters. From classics like Minesweeper to kids' titles like Purple Place, there's something for everybody in Windows 7. You'll find all your games in the redesigned Games Explorer. The Games Explorer can provide game updates, news feeds, and even fun stats. No one likes to be tethered to a power outlet. So Windows 7 comes with some built-in ways to extend your laptop's battery life. 2 ready-made power plans give you a choice between performance and power saving. You can also tailor a power plan to fit your needs. You can adjust how long it takes for the display to automatically turn off or dim, and how long it takes before the computer goes to sleep. You can even fine-tune advanced settings, like how your PC manages power when it's connected to a wireless network, or playing a video. Snipping tool can take a picture or screenshot of anything on your desktop, like a web page or part of a document. You can snip a window, the whole screen, or just a section, either freeform or rectangular. When you're done snipping, you can annotate the picture, either by using the built-in highlighter or one of the pens. There's even an eraser. Then you can save it or send it in an email. The buttons are right there in the Snipping Tool markup window.
Windows XP mode is a way to run older programs designed for Windows XP in certain editions of Windows 7. Hi, I'm Andy Sweet, a writer on the Windows team, but before we get into Windows XP mode, if you're having trouble installing or running an older program, you can first try the Program Compatibility Troubleshooter. It's in every edition of Windows 7. Just right-click the program's icon and click Troubleshoot Compatibility, or click Properties and change the settings manually. But if that doesn't help the problem, then I'll show you in the next 5 minutes how you can use Windows XP mode to get the program up and running in Windows 7. Windows XP mode works in two ways. First, it's a complete version of Windows XP that runs in a window, almost if it were a program itself. Inside the window, you can do most of the things you'd normally do in Windows: run programs, save files, and connect to devices and networks. And second, after you install a program in Windows XP mode, it's listed in two places. Here in the Windows XP list of programs, and over here in the Windows 7 list of programs. Some things to know beforehand. Windows XP mode wasn't really made for graphic-intensive programs like 3D games, or for programs with special hardware like TV tuners. Plus, you'll need to have Windows 7 Professional, Enterprise, or Ultimate Edition, and your computer needs a CPU that supports hardware virtualization. Before you begin, visit the website on your screen. There are a lot of system requirements, so make sure your PC can run Windows XP mode first. To get started, we'll first download and install Windows XP mode, which is a fully licensed version of Windows XP with Service Pack 3. Next, we'll install Windows Virtual PC, which is the program that runs virtual operating systems on your computer. Finally, after some initial setup tasks, we'll be able to install and run programs using Windows XP mode. If you've already confirmed that your PC can run Windows XP mode, go online to the Windows Virtual PC and Windows XP mode website listed on your screen, and then click here to get started. On the Download page, choose your Windows 7 system type, Windows XP mode language, and then click this button to download Windows XP mode. It's a big file, so I recommend saving it to your computer in case you ever need to reinstall Windows XP mode. After it's downloaded to your computer, double-click the file to open it. I'll accept the default location where the virtual hard disk will be stored, click Next, and then click Finish. Now you can install Windows Virtual PC. Back at the same web page, enter the same information, and then click here to download Windows Virtual PC. Here, click Open, click Yes to install, and accept the license terms. After it's finished, you'll need to restart your PC. Now, you need to do some final configuring to set up Windows XP mode before using it for the first time. Click the Start button, click All Programs, Windows Virtual PC, and then click Windows XP mode. A wizard now guides you through the final setup process. I'll confirm where Windows XP mode will store files, and then enter a password. Be sure to keep this checkbox selected unless you want to enter the password every time you run Windows XP mode. Here, you can choose to use automatic updates to help protect Windows XP mode. After just a few more minutes of setup, Windows XP mode is running in its own window on the Windows 7 desktop. One more thing to note, antivirus software is not included in Windows XP mode. Even if your computer running Windows 7 already has antivirus software, you should also install antivirus software in Windows XP mode to help defend your computer against viruses. Now that Windows XP mode is up and running, let's install an older program. I'll put the program's installation disk into my DVD drive. And then, in Windows XP mode, I'll browse to the disk, double-click the setup file, and then install the program. Now, you can run the program in Windows XP mode, but it'll probably be more convenient to run it just like you run all of your other programs, right in Windows 7. You'll need to close Windows XP mode first before you open any Windows XP mode programs in Windows 7. Then, click the Windows 7 Start button, browse to Windows XP mode applications, and then open the program. It'll run like any other program in Windows 7, with just a couple of minor differences. It won't have transparent borders, and it'll have a Windows Virtual PC button on the taskbar instead of its own button. But other than that, you can run it just like any other program installed in Windows 7. So if there's an older program from Windows XP that you can't live without, but you can't get it installed correctly in Windows 7, try Windows XP mode and enjoy the best of both worlds.
Keeping your PC up to date can help keep it secure and reliable. And with Windows Update, you can set Windows to download and install important updates automatically. To turn on automatic updating, open Windows Update and click Change Settings. Next, select Install Updates Automatically. You can also choose to get recommended but non-critical updates the same way. And you can get updates for other Microsoft products like Office. The Aero desktop experience dresses up your PC with translucent window glass, cool graphics, and new colors. And it has useful ways to help you get around your desktop. Shake lets you focus on a single window by quickly minimizing all the others. Just give your mouse a jiggle. Peek makes all your open windows momentarily fade from view when you point to the Show Desktop button. Move the pointer away and the windows come back. Taskbar previews do more too. Thumbnails show running video. You can play and pause video and songs, and even close windows. When you point to a thumbnail, you'll see a full-size preview with all the other windows temporarily invisible. Just click the one you want to go to.
Can't find your games? If you don't have Windows games on your computer, here's how to make them available. Click the Start button, click Control Panel, and type Windows Features. Click Turn Windows Features on or off. Select the Games checkbox, and then click OK. That's it. Let the games begin.
Desktop gadgets in Windows 7 put the tools you need right at your fingertips. You can keep an eye on traffic, weather in multiple locations, news headlines, or search the web without interrupting what you're doing to open a separate program. Windows 7 comes with a selection of gadgets ready to go. Right-click the desktop and click Gadgets. Just double-click one to add it to your desktop. And you can move and resize your gadgets as you like. Want more? You can get them online at the Windows website.
For many people, Windows XP is familiar and comfortable. Now, the features you love in Windows XP are even better. Let me show you some of the ways in which Windows 7 is faster, more efficient, and more fun. For example, in Windows 7, you can rearrange taskbar buttons, see previews of open windows, or point to a preview to see it in more detail. To rearrange or resize a window, just drag it to an edge of the desktop. It's also easier than ever to get to your favorite files and programs. In Windows XP, you can add your favorite programs to the Start menu or the Quick Launch toolbar. In Windows 7, the whole taskbar is the Quick Launch toolbar, where you can pin your favorite programs and important files for easy access. Windows 7 also makes it easier to find what you're looking for. Even if you're not sure what kind of information you want or the date you created a file, in Windows 7, you just start typing in the search box. The search results are organized automatically. If you use your computer for music and video, Windows 7 gives you more options to choose from. With Windows Media Center, you can watch Internet TV or use a TV tuner to record live TV shows and movies and schedule recordings. To learn more, check out the Windows website and compare Windows XP and Windows 7 side by side.
You can upgrade to a more powerful edition of Windows 7 in about 10 minutes. Personalize your PC and gain a top-notch entertainment experience with Home Premium, or work more easily and securely anywhere with Professional. Get started by launching Windows Anytime Upgrade from your Start menu. Upgrading is safe and easy. You won't lose the programs, files, and settings you already have. Upgrade now by launching Windows Anytime Upgrade from your Start menu.
No matter how you like to use your PC, there's an edition of Windows 7 designed for what you want to do. Wondering which one is right for you? I'll show you some key differences between them. Exclusively for netbooks, Windows 7 Starter helps make your PC simple and easy to use. Starter includes the basics you need for your PC. But if you want to personalize your PC and enjoy the best entertainment experience, you'll want to check out Windows 7 Home Premium. In Home Premium, you can record TV shows or get them on demand in Windows Media Center. You can enjoy your music, photos, and videos on any Windows 7 computer in your home using a new feature called Home Group. And you can make your PC your own by creating themes that feature a slideshow of your photos right on the desktop. If you use your PC for work, you'll want Windows 7 Professional. Professional helps you work from anywhere more easily and securely. Automatic network backup helps you make sure you don't lose important information. And Professional helps make connecting to networks and network printers quick and hassle-free. Plus, you can use Windows XP mode to run your older business and productivity programs. Want to have it all? Then check out Windows 7 Ultimate. Ultimate has all of the features in Starter, Home Premium, and Professional, plus a few more things. You can use BitLocker to help keep your files and personal info safe, and language packs make it possible to use your PC in 35 languages. To learn more about the different editions of Windows 7, check out the Windows website.
You can upgrade to a more powerful edition of Windows 7 in about 10 minutes. Personalize your PC and gain a top-notch entertainment experience with Home Premium, or work more easily and securely anywhere with Professional. Get started by launching Windows Anytime Upgrade from your Start menu. Upgrading is safe and easy. You won't lose the programs, files, and settings you already have. Upgrade now by launching Windows Anytime Upgrade from your Start menu. Most programs designed for Windows XP will work just fine in Windows 7. For the rest, there's Windows XP Mode, a free download that works with the Ultimate, Professional, and Enterprise editions of Windows 7. It's a fully functional version of Windows XP that runs right on your Windows 7 desktop. When you're in Windows XP mode, you can run programs, save files, and connect to devices as usual. And you can open your Windows XP programs from either Windows XP mode or the Windows 7 Start menu. Does your PC speak your language? It can with the Ultimate and Enterprise editions of Windows 7, which can go from English to Chinese to Spanish to Russian in a few clicks. Just open Region and Language, click the Keyboards and Languages tab, and then click Install Display Languages. Follow the steps to install any one of 35 free language packs from Windows Update. Then you'll see menus, dialog boxes, help topics, and other text displayed in the new language. Need to use a file on your work PC from home? With Remote Desktop Connection, you can connect to another PC. The remote computer's desktop opens on the computer right in front of you, and you can use that distant PC as if you were sitting in front of it. You can open programs and work in files, open and close windows, and use the network your remote computer is connected to. You can switch back and forth between the two desktops, and when you're done, you can just log off.